Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is a story about what if Naruto becomes cold and distant Chunin exams. Before I start, please support for more amazing content, and do consider subscribing to my channel and share this video with your friends. This is written by Jägermeister31 and link in description and support writer. Let's start the video. Naruto can't believe how easy it was to steal the scroll of sealing, forbidden scroll. It was so easy. Mizuki also said to learn a jutsu, so he did. It took 2 hours, but he learned the Kage no jutsu, shadow clone technique. He's just sitting there waiting for Mizuki when he hears his name and looks up and sees Iruka. Hey Iruka-sensei, I did my mission. Does that make me a genin now? Iruka looks confused. Naruto, what are you talking about? You failed the genin exam. Naruto seems confused. I know that, but Mizuki-sensei gave me a mock exam. He told me to steal this, and then learn a jutsu from it, then I could become a genin, so I did pretty cool. Iruka's in shock. Why would Mizuki tell him this? Just then they hear another voice. So you found him first. That wasn't in the plan, but oh well, give me the scroll, Naruto. Naruto looks confused. You told me I could become a genin if I stole this. Mizuki laughs. Stupid naive little Naruto, just give me the scroll. Iruka turns to Naruto. Do not give him the scroll. Mizuki snaps. Give me the scroll, demon brat. Iruka turns to Mizuki. What are you doing, Mizuki? Mizuki scoffs. Shut up, Iruka, you are such an idiot. How can you possibly like Naruto, knowing what he did to your parents? Naruto looks shocked, as does Iruka. Don't do it, Mizuki, it's forbidden. Mizuki snarls. Forget this, die demon. He pulls out a Fuma shuriken and tosses it at Naruto, who's too shocked to move. Luckily Iruka jumps in the way and shields Naruto, but takes the shuriken to the back. Iruka smiles, though he's in pain. Run, Naruto, don't let him get the scroll. At first, Naruto does nothing, then he nods and runs off. Mizuki quickly goes after him, while Iruka pulls out the shuriken and tosses it on the ground before going after them, both. Naruto's hiding in the bushes when he sees Iruka go past in the trees. He's about to shout out to him when he sees no damage to Iruka's back, so he jumps out and kicks him in the back. Mizuki jumps up. You little brat, how did you know? Naruto grins. You had no injuries to your back. Mizuki smirks. So you figured it out? How well, it won't matter, give me the damn scroll. Naruto snarls. No. Mizuki jumps into the tree again and gets ready with another Fuma shuriken. He smirks. Have you ever wondered why everyone calls you a demon? Naruto has always wondered why. Just then Iruka comes out. Shut up, Mizuki, it's forbidden. Naruto shouts. Tell me. Mizuki grins. You heard of the Kyuubi, correct? Well, it didn't die. You are the Kyuubi. Everyone hates you because you are the demon. You killed thousands of people. You're nothing but a monster. You killed Iruka's parents. He doesn't like you, he hates you. Naruto looks at Iruka, who looks down in shame. Naruto then turns away and runs away. Mizuki's about to go after him, but Iruka stops him. Mizuki snarls. Why are you defending him? He killed your parents. They have a quick tussle, and then Iruka pushes Mizuki back. Yes, the Kyuubi killed my parents, and I hate the Kyuubi. Naruto, who's already had his world turned upside down, now overheard his sensei, who he thought of as a friend, hates him. Then he hears something unexpected. Iruka smirks. Naruto is not the Kyuubi, he's the Kyuubi's jailer. He's a hero. Naruto is a good kid. Iruka looks into the bushes and then turns back just as Mizuki stabs him with a kunai. Iruka wasn't quick enough to dodge the kunai, as Mizuki moved too fast for him. Naruto jumps out of the bushes and kicks Mizuki away. Don't you hurt Iruka-sensei, team. Mizuki grins. And what are you going to do about it? You're a lowly genin, whereas I'm a chunin. Naruto glares at him. You remember what the mission was? Let me remind you, it was to steal the forbidden scroll and learn a jutsu from it. Well, I did. Naruto crosses his fingers and then shouts out Kage no jutsu. Over 100 Naruto appear and they all crack their knuckles. Mizuki looks on in dread whilst Iruka looks on in shock and surprise. The next moment all 100 Naruto jump down and attack Mizuki. All Iruka can hear is the screams as Mizuki's beaten to a pulp by Naruto. Naruto stands there looking at the unconscious, battered body of Mizuki and does nothing. He feels nothing. He turns around and looks at Iruka but is unsure what to do. Iruka-sensei knew about the Kyuubi but didn't tell him. Why didn't you tell me? I had a right to know why I'm hated. Just then Anbu arrive. They look at Mizuki and Naruto, then lastly Iruka. They take Mizuki away and others take Iruka to the hospital. One of the Anbu with long purple hair approaches Naruto. Uzumaki-san, we should get the scroll back to the Hokage. Naruto just nods. And she puts a hand on his shoulder before they both shun Shin away. They arrive back in the tower. Nico gives the scroll to Hiruzen, who puts it away. Nico then leaves, Hiruzen already knowing what happened, and by the look Naruto's giving him, he's not happy with anyone. Hiruzen sighs. I am sorry, Naruto. Naruto snaps. Like hell you are. Ever since I was born I've been hated. Ever since I've been old enough to run I've been doing that. As I run for my life from villagers countless times, left beaten, broken, lying in my blood and filth, attacked for someone the damn yandame put in me. Iruka calls me a hero. Well, I am no hero. I am a demon child, plain and simple. Hiruzen sighs again. I am very sorry. Naruto scoffs. I treated you like my grandfather, and this is how you repay me? Well, thanks, but no thanks. I don't need you. I don't need anyone. I will find my path in life. Hiruzen sighs. And what about your goal to become Hokage? Naruto shakes his head. A pathetic dream, nothing more. I'd never be accepted, so why waste my time trying? Hiruzen sighs. I understand. He opens up a drawer. Do you still want to be a ninja of Konoha? Naruto just nods and Hiruzen nods and passes him something. It's a leaf headband. Naruto nods. Can I go? Hiruzen nods. You can go. Naruto opens the door and leaves, and Hiruzen sighs. Mizuki, you idiot, his mind is broken because of you. Naruto heads home, not even caring about the glares. He unlocks the door to his apartment, and heads inside. He goes straight to his bed and falls asleep within moments. The next day he wakes up and looks at himself in the mirror. His eyes look dead inside. Naruto clenches his fist and punches the mirror, shattering it. He then steps into the shower and washes his body from yesterday, plus the blood dripping from his hand as the wound slowly closes. He climbs out of the shower and doesn't care about the broken glass on the floor. He just heads back into his bedroom and pulls on his non-orange clothes, a black t-shirt and shorts to match. He sees the headband Gigi gave him and puts it on his arm. He then grabs some money from the floorboards and leaves his apartment. He walks around the streets. It's time for a new look, a darker look. He goes past several shops until he sees a shop he's never been into before. He uses henge first, then heads inside. He goes straight to the black clothes. He grabs a basket and then picks up 10 pairs of black combat pants with multiple pockets. He then grabs 10 black long-sleeve jumpers and 10 black t-shirts. He picks up several pairs of fingerless gloves with metal plates on them. He grabs several black jackets with hoods on. Lastly, he gets several pairs of combat boots. He's now finished with the clothes, so he moves to weapons. He grabs a 2-pack of kunai and the same of shuriken. He grabs ninja wire, ninja stars, and saban needles. He looks at blades but then walks away. He stops at sealing scrolls. A man behind him nods. Quite a lot of stuff there. Oh, I see you're looking at sealing scrolls. Might be a good idea with all this you bought. I own the place. Do you want me to start cashing this up whilst you keep looking? Naruto just nods and passes him the basket and keeps looking. He grabs several of each scroll size, then goes to the camping supplies, grabs a tent, sleeping bag, and cooking supplies, and then heads to the counter and adds them to the rest of his stuff. He expects this to add up to most of what he's got, but is surprised when it barely comes to half, a little over a quarter. He'll have to come here more often. Then the man shows him how to use the sealing scroll and then seals everything in them. Naruto's surprised but thanks him for showing him. He heads home. The first thing he does is burn all his old orange jumpsuits. He then puts on his new clothes and leaves the apartment. He has the hood over his face. He walks to the ninja library using the henge again and heads inside. He looks at books on basic taijutsu styles. He also gets a book on chakra exercises. He gets one on ninjutsu, and lastly kenjutsu, which he'll learn later. He has a quick look in the book about chakra and finds there's a section on chakra paper and what it's used for, so he gets all the books out and then he quickly places them next to the customer in front of him. The woman at the counter scans them. He grabs them. It seems the man at the counter was too busy reading to notice Naruto grabbing the books. The same went for the librarian. Then he leaves the library. He heads back to the shop where he bought all his gear and buys some chakra paper, then leaves again. He walks back home. It doesn't take long. As soon as he gets inside, he locks the door. He looks through the books and finds one he didn't remember picking up. It's about fuinjutsu, sealing. He just shrugs. He picks up the book on ninjutsu. When he flips through it, he notices a section on clones, even the shadow clones, so he reads it in more detail. Then he smirks. Kage Bunshin no Jutsu 20 clones appears and he looks at them. Get reading, you go and buy me some ramen and sodas. For the next several hours Naruto and his clones read everything. When they're all done, he dispels them 2 at a time. He then lays on his bed and drifts off to sleep. One more day before the genin teams are picked, which means he has a day to master some of the chakra exercises. The next day comes and he leaves the house early. He finds a secluded spot and starts with the chakra paper. He's surprised his affinity is wind, futon, a very rare affinity in Konoha. Not that he knows that he's also water, suetun. That's cool. He guesses he will have to learn more about both affinities in the future. He does some hand signs. Kage Bunshin no Jutsu. 100 clones appear and he splits them into groups. 20 working on Ki no Bori no Shugyo, tree climbing, another 20 on Suimen Hoko no Gyo, walking on water, another 20 on balancing a leaf, then 20 on taijutsu, and the last 20 learning some wind and water jutsus, 10 learning water jutsus and 10 on wind jutsus. Naruto himself goes to get himself some breakfast. He returns 10 minutes later and eats his breakfast before working on the tree climbing himself. Naruto wakes up when his alarm clock goes off. He just punches it until it shuts up and he then tosses it aside, then stretches. He then just sits there in a daze. Today is the day of team placements. A part of him is wondering why he's even still here. The villagers hate him, so why should he stay? But if he leaves, where exactly is he going to go? He climbs out of his bed and heads to the bathroom. There is still broken glass on the floor, so he just knocks it to the side with his foot and climbs into the shower. He turns it on and lets the hot water cascade down his body. He puts his hands on the wall and closes his eyes. After 20 minutes he gets out of the shower and dries himself, then brushes his teeth before he heads back to his bedroom and puts on his new clothes. After he's dressed he heads to his kitchen and makes himself some cereal and orange juice. He sent a clone to buy food for him. Seems he did a good job. After he's eaten he creates some clones and sends them to the library for more books and to return the old ones, also to get some scrolls on jutsu, and also to continue learning the jutsu from yesterday, if they find more new jutsus to learn. He then puts on his coat and puts up the hood and walks to the academy. Some people stare at him, but they don't recognize it's him because he's not wearing orange. He hears everyone's already inside. He hardly cares what they will think. He opens the door and steps inside. Everyone is looking at him and wondering who he is with his hood up. Nobody can see his face. He walks to the back of the class and sits down and waits. People are staring again but don't talk to him, but they're curious about just who he is. A few minutes later Irika enters the classroom. His kunai wound wasn't fatal and didn't do much damage either. He looks around the class. He was informed Naruto took a headband from the Hokage. He looks around for him, and the only person he could be is the kid in black in the back of the class that everyone seems to be staring at. Iruka smiles. Congratulations again on becoming Genin. Now I will read out the teams. Teams 1 to 6 are unimportant. Team 7 is Sasuke Uchiha, Sakura Haruno, and Naruto Uzumaki. Shikamaru looks around looking for Naruto and then stops on the kid in black. It must be him. They were friends earlier, and the look is certainly much better than the orange he wore before, but something seems to have happened. He's not talking to anyone, he's not loud, he's just sitting there like a statue. Hinata watches Naruto closely. She does prefer the black, also it makes him look better, but the attitude of Naruto is different. He's not interacting with anyone, he's just sitting there with the hood over his head. Many of the other students in the class admit the look for Naruto is a better fit, especially for a ninja. The orange was just too bright, and would easily make him a target. They admit he looks more professional, but there is something off. He's not the hyperactive kid anymore who seems to have ants in his pants. He's now distant and withdrawn. It's a little unsettling to some of them, especially his friends Shikamaru and Choji. Iruka continues. Team 7 sensei is Kakashi Hatake. Team 8 is Kiba Inuzuka, Shino Aburame, and Hinata Hyuga. Your sensei will be Kurenai Yuhi. Team 9 is still active, so Team 10 is Shikamaru Nara, Choji Akimichi, and Ino Yamanaka. Your sensei is Asuma Sarutobi. The class is talking between themselves. Most are sitting with their teams, but Naruto hasn't left his seat and doesn't even look like he intends to. Just then the door opens and several adults enter. A woman with long black hair with red eyes and a weird sort of bandages attire speaks up. Team 8, please follow me. Kiba, Shino, and Hinata follow her. Hinata looks back at Naruto, but he doesn't do anything at all. A man with black hair with a cigarette in his mouth wearing the normal Jonin attire looks up. Team 10, follow me. Again Ino, Shikamaru, and Choji follow. They all glance at Naruto then walk out. A short while later only Sasuke, Sakura, and Naruto remain. Sakura is pestering Sasuke for a date, but she does glance over at Naruto occasionally, as does Sasuke, but again there is no movement from Naruto. After several hours Sakura is getting annoyed at her sensei, as is Sasuke, but Naruto is emotionless. Both Sakura and Sasuke look at each other, both thinking the same thing. He's not moved from that spot since he arrived. He's not spoken to anyone. He's not the hyperactive loudmouth they both know. After another hour the door opens and Kakashi looks around. He sees two students together but not the third. Then he sees the third on the other side of the class alone. He thinks that's off. Before he can comment, Sakura shouts, "You're late." He sweat drops. Is she always this loud? Sorry, I had to help an old lady across the road. Meet me on the roof. He then shunshuns away. Sasuke and Sakura stand up and heads to the door. They look at where Naruto was only to find him gone. They look around but notice the window open, so they just shrug and head upstairs. Naruto used the tree climbing technique to walk up the wall and surprises Kakashi, who expects them to come to the roof using the stairs. How did he get here? Wait, did he walk up the wall? Interesting, he was known as the Dead Last, and now he's doing chakra exercises. This is quite strange. It seems he's changing. I must say this is unexpected. Just then Sakura and Sasuke open the door to the roof and are surprised to see Naruto already up there leaning against the wall. Kakashi gives them a nice smile. Okay, sit down. We should introduce ourselves, our likes and dislikes, and our goals for the future. Sakura nods. You should go first, Kakashi-sensei. Kakashi nods. Are you intending to join us, kid in black? Naruto doesn't look at him but replies no. Kakashi looks at Naruto. So it seems the Hokage was correct. Naruto has gone off the deep end. He took the QB being sealed in him badly. Although I approve of his new look, he seems to have done a 180. He's now antisocial, quiet, and refuses to sit with his team. The Hokage said he wants to follow his own path, but just how dark is that path you follow? Do you resent your father for what he did? I guess it's understandable that you would. I will have to monitor you closely. I won't let my sensei's son fall into darkness. Sometimes I wish you were still here, sensei. Your son is in pain. Kakashi shrugs. Fair enough. Okay, here I go. My name is Kakashi Hatake. I like many things and dislike a few things. My goals are none of your business. Okay, Pinky, you're up. Sakura is shocked. He only told us his name. My name is Sakura Haruno. I like. She looks at Sasuke and giggles. My dislikes are Ino Pig and Naruto. My goals are. She looks at Sasuke and giggles again. Sasuke just scoffs. Naruto just rolls his eyes, not that anyone can see because of the hood, and Kakashi sighs. Just great, a fandral. Okay, Mr. Brooder in blue. Sasuke glares at Kakashi then scoffs. My name is Sasuke Uchiha. I don't like many things. I dislike weaklings, and my goal, well, my ambition is to find a certain someone and then restore my clan. Sakura giggles, hoping that certain someone is me, missing the point but moving on. Naruto doesn't even do anything and Kakashi nods. Still the Avenger I see. Okay, kid in black. Naruto sighs. My name is Naruto Uzumaki. I like nothing and my goals are none of anyone's business. All three look at Naruto in shock. Well, more Sasuke and Sakura than Kakashi, as he's only just met him. Neither can believe the kid who always bragged about becoming the Hokage has given up his dream and seems to be so cold to everyone. Something must have happened. Kakashi nods. I see he's not taking this well. Hokage-sama said he felt betrayed by everyone. It seems he's completely changed. He doesn't sit with his team, he doesn't interact with them, he's distanced himself from them completely. Well, I already thought that. I wonder what your goals are now. He nods. Okay, team, meet me at training ground 7 at 5 a.m. for your Genin test, and I'd advise you not to eat beforehand. You'll only throw it up. Sasuke glares at him. What are you talking about? We passed the Genin exams. Kakashi smiles. You passed the test to see if you could become Genin. My test will show me if you're good enough to remain Genin. Don't forget 5 a.m. He then shunshuns away. Sasuke and Sakura looked at each other. They're both shocked by this. They look over at Naruto and see him at the edge of the roof. He then steps off. They both run to the edge and see him walking down the wall of the academy. They're both shocked at this. Sakura is wondering just what that technique is, so she can learn it to impress Sasuke. Plus is wondering what's happened to Naruto. He's still that annoying pest she's known for years. Well, before today, at least today, he's different. Sasuke is confused at this new Naruto. He's changed. He's not a loudmouth brat anymore, which is good, but he's also colder and distant, a lot like him. He shrugs it off as not important, but Naruto has learned something he hasn't, and that slightly annoys him. How can the dead last learn something before he has? Meanwhile, Naruto has already half the way back to his apartment. He receives curious glances, but pays them no mind. He finally gets home. He enters his apartment, and makes himself a sandwich, and grabs a bag of crisps, and some orange juice. Then he dispels the clones in the house and learns some interesting new jutsu. After finishing his lunch, he creates just one clone back to the library with the second set of books they got earlier after they learned everything again. He picks up one of the books the clone forgot to take back as it had slid down the side of the couch. It's about Kenjutsu-style weapons. After looking through the book, he stops at the ninjato. He remembered seeing one in the shop where he bought all his stuff from. He creates one more clone and hands him some money, and tells him to buy the ninjato and bring it to him at the training ground he found yesterday. They leave together and Naruto picks up an apple on the way out, and eats it on the way, not knowing a curious pink-haired teammate followed him home well before she lost him, but after he walked for a bit she found him again, but now sees two Narutos and is confused. She's not sure which one is the real one. She follows one of them, and luckily she follows the one eating an apple. She follows him to a clearing and is shocked to see not just the Narutos she followed but at least 100 Narutos, all doing different things like walking up a tree without using their hands, walking on water, different taijutsu styles, and some jutsus. She can't believe this. This is incredible and confusing. She pinches herself to see if she's not dreaming, and she's not. She watches for a while longer and sees another Naruto appear. He passes a scroll to the Naruto she thinks is the real one, then the clone dispels, then it hits her. Wait, that was a solid clone. What's going on? Naruto Baka couldn't do clones before, but now he can. How? She watches as Naruto opens up the scroll and pulls out a sword, and she's surprised he's learning to wield a blade now. She stands up. Naruto, what are you doing here? Are you trying to act dark and cool like Sasuke-kun? Naruto scoffs without looking at her. Shut the hell up, Haruno. Why would I want to act like that emo bastard for? She snaps. How dare you insult Sasuke-kun? Naruto turns to her. What are you going to do about it? Shout your head off like a crazy banshee. Attempt to hit me like you always do. Well, no more am I going to take any shit from you. You attempt to punch me, I'll punch you. You're nothing but an embarrassment. So much potential, top kunoichi of the year. And what are you, a pathetic, talentless fangirl, the worst kind of kunoichi. The one who would rather waste her career over some stuck-up baby who whines all fucking day long and acts like a prince because he's the last of his clan. Well, he should get over himself. He's not better than anyone else, and neither are you. He glares at her. You spend all your time fawning over that emo bastard and you neglect your training, making you a fucking liability to not only yourself but your teammates and the client. If we get one, you would rely on your precious Sasuke-kun to fight your battles for you because deep down you are shallow and weak. You have potential but you waste it, so why don't you do me a favor and fuck off and leave me alone? I'm busy. Sakura looks at him. What happened to you? Naruto snaps. I finally realized how naive I was. Now get lost, Sakura. Haruno, don't bug me again. I won't restrain myself next time around. I don't need you. I don't need Sasuke. I don't need Kakashi. I don't need anyone. Get that through your head. I am not the Naruto you once knew. He was a joke, and he is now dead. Now leave before I make you. Sakura looks at Naruto, and then runs away. She runs all the way home in complete shock. He used to ask her out, and now he sees her as nothing but a weakness, a liability. She felt threatened by him. The next day Naruto climbs out of his bed at 4 a.m. He goes straight to the bathroom and takes off his clothes and turns on the shower. After a minute he notices no hot water. Fat bastards at it again. I should stick a kunai through his gut, then he will know not to piss me off. He steps into the shower and wakes himself up in the cold water. After his cold shower he gets dressed. He's about to leave, but he stops and makes himself some breakfast. To hell with what Kakashi said. Half an hour later he's at training ground 7 practicing some katos when Sakura arrives. Naruto doesn't even stop, he just keeps going. He has nothing to say her to anyway. A short while later Sasuke arrives. He sees Naruto practicing with a ninjato, and just sits down. Several hours later Naruto's still going at it, and still, Kakashi-sensei is yet to arrive. Going by yesterday he will probably be a while yet. Naruto hears Sakura moaning, and after a while, Naruto snaps. Why don't you shut the hell up? He was hours late yesterday. Or have you forgotten that? Quit your moaning and shut the hell up. They both look at Naruto. Even though Sasuke is surprised at Naruto's outburst, he's never shouted at Sakura before. Not that he cares, but it is strange. He looks at Sakura, who seems shaken up. He just scoffs and continues sitting there. 3 hours later Kakashi arrives. He notices there's no shouting by Sakura. He then sees Naruto training with a sword. Okay, something's happened. I expected Sakura to shout that I was late, and when did Naruto learn to wield a ninjato? Naruto puts his ninjato away. If you're going to be late all the time, I'd rather get a better sensei, one that takes his job seriously. You don't. Sakura looks at Naruto in shock. Even though Sasuke has a raised eyebrow, she then looks at Kakashi, who sighs. Naruto, I'd watch your mouth. Do not disrespect me. Now let's get this test underway. He pulls out 2 bells. Now your objective is to get these bells. You have until noon. Well, get to it. Come at me with the intention to kill, because that is what it will take. Whoever doesn't get a bell goes back to the academy. Sasuke and Sakura run off. Naruto just glares at Kakashi. He pulls out his ninjato and runs at Kakashi. He looks at Naruto. This is not good. He's still angry. I fear for his sanity. Right now he seems serious. I better take this seriously. Naruto reaches Kakashi and he quickly pulls out a kunai, and they start fighting. Naruto's only been training for less than a day, so is no match for Kakashi, and it shows Naruto won't give up. Kakashi manages to knock Naruto back, but Naruto just charges back. Sakura and Sasuke watch as Naruto won't give up. He receives many slashes, but he won't give up. When Naruto backs away, he just creates some shadow clones and sends them in. Whilst he recovers, Naruto watches the clones fight. He knows they won't last long. He does some hand signs. Futon, Kaza no Yaiba, Blade of Wind. Kakashi's fighting the clones. When he sees the jutsu heading towards him, he jumps out of the way. He looks at Naruto. That's a powerful jutsu he learned. What else has he learned? He watches as Naruto goes through some more hand signs. Futon, Daitapa, Wind Release, Great Breakthrough. He then quickly does some more hand signs. Futon, Resenpu, Violent Whirlwind. Kakashi has to use a Kawarimi no Jutsu, body replacement / substitution technique, to get away from the attacks. He looks at Naruto, and is surprised these are dangerous high-ranking jutsu. He looks around looking for Naruto, and sees several clones charging at him. They're all attacking with ninjato. As Kakashi shakes his head, he doesn't seem to know the true objective, and even if he does, he doesn't want to work with anyone. This is bad. Sakura and Sasuke are both watching in shock at the powerful jutsu being used. Of course, Sasuke is also angry how Naruto has gotten this strong in one day. Naruto, after several minutes, has received several bruises and cuts. Every time he gets knocked down, he gets back up and continues attacking, reckless attacking with no strategy, just attacking mindlessly. Sakura watches him and is confused. She watches two clones grab Naruto and drag him back into the forest, and she sighs in relief, not that she knows why, but whatever happened to Naruto to make him like he is now. Sasuke smirks. Whatever happened to Naruto has turned him insane. Well, I will finish what you started. Naruto's leaning against a tree, wincing at the many bruises and cuts he's received. He winces. Crap, this hurts. He hears a snap and looks up and sees Sakura. Are you okay, Naruto? Naruto scoffs. What do you care? She approaches him. You took a beating. What happened to you? Naruto glares at her. You never cared before. Why now? She sighs. You don't have to be a bastard, Naruto. You're my teammate, so I'm asking if you're okay. Naruto looks at himself. I'm fine. She nods. We need to work together to get the bells. It makes sense. Naruto scoffs. I don't need your help. She sighs. Naruto, you can hate me all you want, you can hate Sasuke-kun all you want, but we have to work as a team. Do you want to return to the academy? Have you ever seen a two-man or a one-man team? Naruto looks down and sighs and stands up. So what do you suggest? You're the smart one after all. She bites her lip. Well, I don't know. We need Sasuke-kun to help also, remember. Naruto rolls his eyes. Like that will happen. That team thinks he needs nobody, so why would he listen? He walks past her, and she watches him for a minute, and Naruto calls to her. Sasuke just got his ass kicked. Why don't you go and find him? She looks at Naruto. What about you? He scoffs. I'll be fine. I'll leave a clone with you, then he will know your plan. He turns to the clone. Dispel when you know the plan. The clone nods, then Naruto walks off. Sakura and the clone walk off to find Sasuke. Kakashi has just watched Sasuke run off. He wasn't that impressed with Sasuke for all his attitude and smugness. He was quite a disappointment. He looks up when he hears rustling, and out comes Naruto. Kakashi sighs back again. Naruto glares at Kakashi. I'm taking those bells. Kakashi smiles. Then come and take them. Naruto scowls and charges again, and they start fighting first in taijutsu. When that doesn't work, they go into ninjutsu. Meanwhile, Sakura and Naruto clone meet up with Sasuke. He looks up. What do you want? Sakura sighs and explains to Sasuke what the true test is about. Sasuke scoffs but reluctantly listens to the plan Sakura suggested. The clone then dispels. The original Naruto gets the memory, and he backs away. He creates several clones and sends them in before backing away and heading into the forest to wait for Sakura and Sasuke, although he'd rather work alone. Naruto meets up with Sakura and Sasuke. They go over the plan again, and then they start the plan. They all split up and all attack Kakashi from 3 directions. Kakashi, who's been fighting for a while now, is running low on chakra thanks to Naruto and Sasuke's constant attacks. He watches them all and smiles. So they figured it out. Let's see how this goes. Naruto and Sasuke engage Kakashi in a taijutsu battle whilst Sakura keeps attacking Kakashi with genjutsu. Naruto summons more clones. He then throws some shuriken at Kakashi. Kakashi dodges the shuriken, but it's only a diversion as the shuriken turns out to be a clone. He then charges at Kakashi, dragging him to the ground, and loads of clones all pine on top of Kakashi. Kakashi manages to replace himself with a log and sighs. Well, that was close, but as you can see, I still have the bells. Sakura smiles. Are you sure about that, Kakashi-sensei? Kakashi looks down and groans. He looks up and sees one of Naruto's clones pass the bells to Naruto, who tosses one bell to Sasuke and Sakura and then walks away. Kakashi sighs. Naruto, where are you going? Naruto keeps walking. 2 bells, 3 of us, remember? Kakashi sighs. The true goal was teamwork, and you did that, so you all pass. Sakura smiles, Sasuke smirks, and Naruto just rolls his eyes and keeps going. Kakashi shouts, Naruto, meet here tomorrow at 9 a.m. for our first mission. Naruto nods and keeps walking away. He pulls out his ninjato and walks home. He's not in the mood for any villagers right now. Some villagers see him, but when they see the bloodied sword they back up and leave him alone. He stumbles into his apartment and places his ninjato on the table, and then stumbles into the bathroom. He takes off his clothes and turns on the shower, and just stands under the water as the blood falls down his body. After 30 minutes he turns off the shower and then grabs a towel and wraps it around himself before changing into fresh trousers and then collapses onto his bed and in moments is asleep. Whilst he's sleeping the cuts and bruises are disappearing thanks to the Kyuubi. Whilst Naruto is sleeping he keeps having flashbacks of his encounter with that damn furball inside of him. Kyuubi expected Naruto to be scared of him, he was dead wrong. Naruto was pissed. Flashback: same night Mizuki told Naruto the truth. Whilst Naruto's sleeping he somehow gets dragged into his mind. He suddenly wakes up and looks around. What the hell, fucking villagers again, wait, this is a sewer. He stands up and starts walking. He looks at himself, he's not covered in cuts or bruises, so there's that. He ignores that and starts walking until he comes into a clearing and the first thing he sees is a massive cage. He then sees a seal, he looks at it, then looks at the cage, and at that moment he sees two red eyes glaring back at him. Naruto just glares back, then the eyes move and a face of a fox appears at the bars. So you finally decided to visit, how nice. Naruto looks at Kyuubi. You're the fucking Kyuubi, aren't you? You've ruined my fucking life, you overgrown furball. Kyuubi laughs. Well, I never expected that. I expected a scared little boy. I guess something happened then, and as you just said, the Kyuubi, you must know the truth. Naruto growls. What, that ever since I was born I've been hunted down like a monster because these stupid villagers think I'm you. Yeah, I know, damn furball, I wish I could kill you. Kyuubi laughs. Pathetic, puny human, much stronger people have tried and failed. Now tell me, what are you going to do now? Naruto acts confused. What do you mean, what am I going to do now? Kyuubi groans. Well, you gave up your dream, a stupid dream as it is. You should just kill these stinking humans, but I have an idea. You need to get stronger and ditch that pathetic orange look that makes you look like a joke. Then you have to get stronger by learning jutsus, and I mean the powerful kind ones that will make people realize not to fuck with you. Naruto nods. Yeah, I guess I could do that. I have nothing else to do. Kyuubi snarls. That just leaves one last thing, your crush on that pink-haired bitch. She's just like everyone else in this village. You're all alone now. You don't need anyone. The one you call Gigi, he should have told you about me, but he didn't, did he? No, he allowed you to be hunted down like a rabid dog. The only kindness he showed you was stopping them from killing you, and you have me in regards to your healing. Now be gone and get some sleep, kid, you've got stuff to do. Naruto then continues his sleeping, not knowing that all the hate and anger he gets is coming from Kyuubi, who really doesn't care about Naruto. He just wants him to slaughter anyone who gets in his way, maybe that pink-haired bitch first. End of flashbacks. Ever since that night, Kyuubi has been tainting Naruto's mind, making him snap. Oh, he loved it when Naruto snapped at that pink-haired bitch. He loved seeing her face after what the kid said and the looks of surprise from that fucking Uchiha brat. This brings us to the present, where yet again Kyuubi is messing with his mind. He wants out, and if he can get Naruto to snap and kill people, the Hokage will have no choice but to execute, and 3 years later he will be reborn and he will continue what he started years ago, destroying this village, and if that pink-haired bitch is alive he'll enjoy crushing the life out of her. Naruto wakes up the next day. He stands up and enters the bathroom. He picks up a shard of glass and looks at his reflection. At first it's just him, then it changes and somehow talks. Weak, pitiful Naruto. Naruto tosses the shard on the ground and washes his face in the sink, then brushes his teeth, then heads back to the bedroom to get dressed before eating some breakfast, only toast and butter, but he's not hungry. After he's finished he just grabs his ninjato and starts cleaning it. After he's cleaned the blade he arms himself with kunai and shuriken and then leaves his apartment. As he's walking a man stops in front of him. Naruto looks up. What? The man growls. Why don't you just die, demon spawn? Naruto gives him an evil sadistic grin. How about I cut off your face and use it as a mask? Now get the fuck out of my way or I'll kill you, fat fuck. The man backs up and Naruto grins. Good choice, tell everyone that you know I will no longer be a pushover. You come at me, then you forfeit your lives. Got it, fatso. Naruto just spits in front of him and walks past. Naruto smirks as he sees people backing away from him, and in his head, he hears the Kyuubi laughing his head off. Naruto makes his way to training ground 7. He's the first one there, so he sits down and closes his eyes. After a moment, he opens his senses. One thing Kyuubi gave him is heightened senses such as smell and sound. His sight has improved also, so he knows if anyone's coming. At this moment there's nobody, which is good. He opens up his jacket and pulls out a scroll. So let's see. Chakra exercises, tree climbing. Oh wait, I've mastered that. And the water walking one, which leaves Gake no Bori no Gyo. Rock climbing, a shame there are no cliffs nearby. I guess I'll just train as normal, maybe balance some leaves on my head. Always hated this exercise in the academy. Naruto starts to spar with a clone for a while until they change to Kenjutsu training. Some more time passes before he's told by the Kyuubi that some people are moving quickly into his location. Show yourself. 3 NBU appear, but they're dressed differently. Kyuubi speaks. They are not NBU kit. Well, not the normal ones. Something's off about them. Wait. They're that mummified freaks. Goons, rude. Whatever they say, decline it. Naruto nods. What do you think they want? Kyuubi growls. That mummified freak uses these as mindless drones. Let's just say your Gigi, as you call him, has been protecting you from him. He wants to make you an emotionless drone. Let's just say you don't want that. Either fight them or run. Naruto smirks and gets into a Kenjutsu stance. What does your boss want? One of the rude members speaks. Lord Hokage wishes to speak with you. Naruto smirks. Oh really? And how would you know what the Hokage wants when you work for that mummified freak, you mindless drone? I'm not going anywhere with you. The 3 root members look at each other and pull out their katanas or kunai. Naruto smirks. A fight then sounds like fun, but let's even the playing field, shall we? I am only a genin after all. He goes through some hand signs. Kagebunshin no Jutsu. Over 100 clones appear, all wielding ninjatos. Naruto and his clones grin. While I'm waiting, drones. They look at each other, and then start to edge forward and quickly start engaging the clones. Of course, these are roots, so they start making quick work of Naruto's clones. Naruto grunts, these guys are good. Time for ninjutsu. He goes through some hand signs: futon, daitapa, wind release, great breakthrough. The jutsu catches one of the root members unaware, and he gets shot into a tree, knocking him unconscious. The other two dodges the jutsu, and they glare at Naruto, and he grins. I never said I'd play fair now, did I? They're about to engage again when they stop and look at each other, and then vanish. They appear next to the third unconscious member, and they pick him up before vanishing. Again, Shunshin. Naruto thinks the move Kakashi-sensei does. I will have to learn that at some point. Naruto looks around. I wonder why they fled. Not that I wouldn't have had a hard time, but they got spooked by who? I don't sense anyone. Just then he gets a pat on the back and looks behind him and sees a man in a green jumpsuit with massive, and I mean massive, eyebrows and the worst haircut Naruto's ever seen. He smiles. Quite a destructive move there, kid. May your youth continue to grow. He gives him a thumbs up before vanishing. Naruto looks at where he was. Wow, he was fast. I didn't even sense him. Maybe they left because of him. He shrugs and goes back to his sparring, but he knows that he'll have to keep an eye out for them root drones again. It's been several hours now. He left his house at 5 a.m., and now it's 9 a.m. After a while he creates several clones. Although he has learned the tree and water walking exercises, it may be a good point to fully master them. He sends them off to the practice in the training ground he found. He then sits down against a tree. He's quite tired of training now, and after fighting those strange ANBU he has to think about what to do. A few minutes later Sakura makes her way onto the field. She sees the destruction, and then sees Naruto sitting against a tree resting. She wonders how long he's been here. Quite a while, she thinks. A few minutes later Sasuke enters the training field like Sakura. He looks at the destruction, then sees Naruto resting, and just shrugs. Although after what he did against Kakashi-sensei, they're curious. Naruto knows they're both there, but as long as they don't bother him, everything will be fine. He's surprised they don't try to talk to him or ask about the destruction. He's glad they don't though. After 9 a.m. arrives and still no sign of Kakashi-sensei, Naruto falls asleep. Sakura's already tried asking out Sasuke 3 times, and he's told her no 3 times, and that she's annoying and should just shut up. After the 3rd time she gave up. She glanced at Naruto a few times, but she noticed that he was asleep now. She smiles. He looks so peaceful. She brings up her knees and wraps her arms around them and rests her chin on top of her arms to wait for Kakashi-sensei. But after yesterday's outburst from Naruto, which shocked her, she realized that maybe he's right, that maybe Kakashi-sensei will always be late. She looks around and sees the destruction of the tree. It seems something collided with the tree, and if it was a person then it had to hurt. She sighs. She looks at Sasuke, who seems to be brooding. She thinks to herself, is that all he does, brood? She then looks at Naruto. He sure has changed since graduation. I still don't know how he became a genin, to begin with. Didn't he fail the test? Somehow he became a genin in a way. Whatever happened to him made him become a better ninja. She remembers when she confronted him, and he said how naive he was and that he needs nobody. That's not the way to go. He should have friends. She then remembers that he didn't have any. A few hours later Kakashi arrives. He sees the destruction. Did Sasuke and Naruto fight, I wonder? He then looks at his team and smiles when he notices they're all asleep. He grins. Okay team, wakey wakey, it's mission time. When nobody wakes up he rubs his chin. He then uses the big head jutsu. Wake up now. Naruto opens his eyes and groans. So he finally showed up, did he? About damn time. Still the rest was good, although it wasn't very comfortable. He looks around and sees Sakura and Sasuke waking up. He pulls himself to his feet and stretches. Kakashi smiles. Well team, let's go and get our first mission, shall we? Naruto just shrugs and follows the rest of the members of Team 7. He does unseal his ninjato, and he keeps looking around, and he spots them root again. Damn, they're persistent. As long as they stay away I won't have to kill them. That's if I can, although I could have killed the one I knocked unconscious. Kakashi looks at Naruto. Why is he looking around and acting like he could be attacked? Could it have been someone attacking Naruto that caused that destruction at training ground 7? Plus he keeps clutching his ninjato. Something has got him spooked. When they all arrive at the tower, the Hokage goes on about missions and how important they are, but when he gives Team 7 their first missions, Naruto looks at him. Are you fucking kidding me? These aren't missions, they're fucking chores. We're ninjas, damn it. What the hell has this got to do with being a ninja at all? Suffice to say Sasuke and Sakura for once 100% agree with Naruto. It's been a week since Team 7 started their missions, if you can call them missions. Now, although there is teamwork involved in the missions, there is reluctant teamwork during the missions, but there is zero bonding. When the missions are done, Naruto leaves to train, as does Sasuke, leaving Sakura to do whatever she wants to do. Naruto's yet again at training ground 7. It's 5 a.m. again and he's there training. The missions don't start till 9 a.m. Well, supposed to start then, but most likely won't start until midday. Knowing their lazy sensei as sensei, Naruto's brought out several clones and they're continuing the tree climbing and water walking exercise. They pretty much mastered it. Naruto wants to be sure before he starts on the Geik no Bori no Gyo. He also wants to test out on other surfaces like mud. If he can learn to walk on mud, that would be great. Sand would be advantageous also. While his clones are working on that, he's working on his katas. Kurama makes himself heard. You need to get stronger. Get that lazy sack of shit to teach you that Shunshin move. Plus you need to get better with your blade. Your style is sloppy. Naruto grunts. I'm teaching myself. Kurama, what do you expect me to do? Kurama growls. Think of something. Wait, someone's coming. It's not your team either, so be careful. Naruto inwardly nods. In a few seconds an ANBU arrives. He immediately remembers the ANBU because of the purple hair. Nico, 2 birds with 1 stone. I fox. Kurama nods indeed. Yugao appears. She's surprised someone's out this early. She hasn't seen Naruto much since the incident with Mizuki, and is surprised he has a katana. Then she notices it's not a katana but a ninjato. Uzumaki-san, it's nice to see you. And you have a blade. How are you at using it? Naruto shrugs. Not bad. Why do you ask? She smiles. Well, I am known as the Kenjutsu mistress. I could give you a few pointers if you'd like. Naruto inwardly smiles. That would be nice, Nico-san. But I was wondering if you could teach me something else also. Yugao nods. It depends on what it is, Uzumaki-san. Naruto smiles. The move Shunshin. I must get stronger, and the jutsu could come in handy. Yugao nods. Very well. Let's get started then. After that we shall spar with wooden swords. Of course, then I will teach you some kenjutsu. Naruto nods and walks over to a tree to put his ninjato down, not noticing he dropped a scroll of the chakra exercises. Yugao picks it up and opens the scroll and sees the chakra exercises and is shocked. It seems he's written down exactly what to do. He's much more determined than a lot of people his age. Uzumaki-san, you're learning the chakra exercises already. Have you made any progress? Naruto turns around. For some reason he doesn't shout, especially since she will be teaching him Shunshin and some kenjutsu, plus she's never mistreated or lied to him. That's correct, Nico-san. I am learning them. And yes, my clones are in the process of mastering the tree walking and the walking on water exercises. I'm almost there. When I have mastered that, the cliff climbing technique, first with both arms then with one. Yugao is surprised. A very dangerous thing to do without someone watching. I will have to watch him. I'm impressed, Uzumaki-san. Not many genin have learned these exercises yet. You are ahead of your fellow teammates. As for tree walking and water walking, I'm sure your shadow clones are not far away are mastering it fully, so well done. As for the cliff climbing exercise, it's rather dangerous, and there are not many places to do this exercise, but I can show you where to go for that also. But I advise you to have someone to watch you. As I said before, it's a dangerous technique and should not be attempted unsupervised. It would be unwise and you could get seriously hurt, although you have the added healing factor of the Kyuubi, but still, I'd prefer you didn't attempt it unsupervised. Naruto thinks about what she says and sees merit in her words. Kurama speaks. That is wise advice. Plus say you got injured, Root could take the chance to capture you whilst I'm healing you. Naruto inwardly nods. I see your point. I will listen to your advice, Nico, and I thank you for your assistance. She walks forward and passes him the scroll. No problem. So, shall we get started on Shunshin? Naruto nods and she starts showing him the steps to it. It takes quite a while, but after 2 hours he's got it. She allows him a short break before she starts on his kenjutsu. She's mildly impressed but notices his stance has a few holes. After another hour she sees much improvement. He summoned some clones and made them practice against each other. It's now 8 a.m. and she smiles. Okay, Uzumaki-san, I think that's enough. I can teach you some more, another time. You will be a great swordsman when you grow up. Now meet me here, say 1400 hours tomorrow, and I will take you to the water so you can learn that chakra control exercise. Naruto smiles. I thank you, Nico-sensei. She smiles. Not at all. I'm happy to train a fellow swordsman. There are not many in Konoha. Until tomorrow then, Uzumaki-san. Yugao then uses Shunshin and vanishes. Naruto is looking at the scroll when he's warned by Kurama, and he dodges the kunai. He at first unsheathes his ninjato, and looks around, but after a minute he sees that nobody comes out, so he looks at the kunai and notices a note attacked, so he reads the note. Naruto Uzumaki, come to where you met Mizuki and come alone or we will kill her. Naruto wonders who they mean by killing her. There aren't any women important in Naruto's life. He supposes Nico is sort of close to him, but he doubts they took her. She's too skilled for that unless she was overwhelmed, so it must be someone else. He unsheathes his ninjato and Shunshin's away. He arrives where he met Mizuki and Iruka-sensei and sees 3 root members, and surprisingly Sakura. He raises an eyebrow at that. Do they think we are close? They don't know me very well. Flashback a few minutes earlier. Sakura's just left her house after eating breakfast. She decides to head to training ground 7. She doesn't get far. The street is quite deserted, so she starts thinking when the next moment a cloth goes over her mouth and quickly she's unconscious. She wakes up a short time later and notices that she's in the forest and feels someone yanking her hair. She has no idea what's going on. She hears them talking about Naruto, but that's it. End flashback. Sakura looks in front of her and sees Naruto arrive. She wonders what these people want with Naruto. She has noticed he's been quite jumpy these last few days, well, actually ever since she arrived at Training Ground 7 and saw the destruction a few days ago. Then she thinks, did these people come after Naruto? But why take me? Naruto doesn't even like me. Well, not anymore. Naruto smirks when he sees them. So I'm here. But I must say, you picked a lousy prisoner. Do you think just because she's my teammate that I care about her? You haven't been watching me close enough, especially you holding Sakura. Getting knocked into the tree must have messed up your wiring. I don't care about her. The root members look at each other. They misjudge the situation. The one who's holding her speaks, come with us, or we will kill her. Naruto smirks. As I said, you picked a lousy hostage. Do what you want, and you must be pretty dumb because even if I did go with you, she's a witness to what happened, so she can't be allowed to live, so she would have to die. So you're pretty pathetic overall. Tell me, are all of the freaks drones as dumb as you 3? The one who has her pulls out a kunai and cuts her cheek, and Naruto hears her scream. Kurama's telling him to let her die, but for some reason, he can't let that happen. He vanishes via Shunshin and in one quick motion cuts off the root member's head who was holding Sakura. He then grabs her and is surprised when she hugs him. He then Shunshins back to where he started. Sakura then lets go with a slight blush. She then looks at the dead root member, then Naruto. He doesn't look fazed at all. He just killed someone, surely he should feel affected by that. Naruto doesn't turn around. Stay behind me, Sakura. She nods okay, and be careful, and are you okay? Naruto nods. I'm fine, now don't interfere. He turns to the root members. So what's your next play? Drones. One of them nods at the other one, and they both charge at Naruto, and he engages them in a kenjutsu battle. Well, one of them, the other goes for Sakura, but before he gets to her, two Narutos appear in front of her. One of them attacks whilst the other defends her. The original is having a tough time. This root is stronger than him, physically, but it seems he's slower than Naruto. Naruto receives a slash on his arm and he staggers back. Sakura shouts out his name. Naruto continues fighting, and ignoring Sakura, the root member goes for another slash and Naruto ducks the swing, then lunges forward with his ninjato and slashes him across the ribs, then spins behind him. The slashes his back. The root member staggers away in shock after being injured by this brat. Naruto watches the injured root member before he hears a scream from Sakura. Naruto, behind you. Naruto acts quickly and uses the Kawarimi no Jutsu, substitution jutsu, on himself with the injured root member, and the root member who was about to stab Naruto ends up stabbing his colleague, killing him instantly because the thrust was to the heart, which is kind of weird. If the root member killed Naruto, then Danzo would have been furious. The last remaining root member growls as he looks at Naruto. How can one 12-year-old brat kill two of us? Well, I killed one by mistake, but still, seems I'll have to call in some backup. Meanwhile, Hiruzen and Kakashi are talking in his office. So Kakashi, how is Naruto? He doesn't talk anymore. How are his missions going? Is he interacting with his teammates? Kakashi sighs. Well, no, he works with them, although it seems he's reluctant to do so. There is no camaraderie within the team. As soon as the missions are done, he leaves. Admittedly, so does Sasuke, but there is no bonding at all. Hiruzen sighs. I see. You said he's quite good with a blade though. Yugao, who's in the office, appears. May I speak, Hokage? Hiruzen nods. Of course, Yugao. Yugao bows. Naruto has been working hard on his kenjutsu. I helped him a little bit earlier, but not much. I'm not his sensei, but he's also mastering his chakra control exercises. He's already almost mastered the tree climbing and the walking on water techniques with the help from his clones. She smiles behind her mask. I also taught him Shunshin. He wants to learn cliff climbing also. First with 2 arms, then 1 arm, I'm guessing left arm, then right, or vice versa. But he's determined. I told him to be supervised when he does it. I would like to help him with his kenjutsu style if you allow it, Kakashi-senpai. Hiruzen is surprised. He's growing quickly. I think he's taking his training very seriously and he's determined to become stronger. He is like his father. Kakashi nods. It's okay, Yugao. If you want to help him, he doesn't open up to anyone really, although I am curious why he opens up to you. Yugao smiles. Well, I was always on his protection detail. I had to jump in and save him on multiple occasions. Kakashi nods. Makes sense then. It seems he trusts you. Hiruzen nods. Let's see what Naruto's up to. You said he's training. He pulls out his crystal ball and looks through, and immediately he's worried. He sees Naruto fighting off what appears to be Nbu Kakashi. Yugao, get to where Naruto confronted Mizuki. Now he's being attacked. His teammate Sakura Haruno is there also. Kakashi and Yugao are shocked but both vanish via Shunshin's. Meanwhile, back with Naruto, he has received multiple slashes from Katana and Kunai, but he won't stay down. He's protecting Sakura, which the root members are also targeting. Sakura watches him. He's not able to fight one Anbu at once because as soon as it looks like he has the advantage, he's attacked from a different direction. Sakura can't believe he's protecting her, but she's glad he is. Although seeing him getting hurt and being unable to help is a problem. She wants to help him, but his clones won't let her. She also wants to call for help. Naruto glares at the root members. He's hurt a few of them. It really pissed him off when more of these root Anbu appeared. He's injured a few of them, but nothing serious. But enough to keep them out of the battle, for now at least. But he's losing blood, and it doesn't matter how quick Kurama's healing him, he can't last forever. There are just too many. So far he's been lucky. He watches them circling him but then sees them freeze and then vanish. It seems the 2 dead root members were already taken during the fighting. Naruto falls to one knee as Sakura runs to him and kneels next to him. Are you okay, Naruto? Just then Kakashi and Yugao arrive. Naruto surmises that they must have sensed Nico and Kakashi-sensei and fled. Yugao approaches him. Uzumaki-san, are you okay? Naruto grunts. I'll be fine. She nods. Let me heal you. Naruto allows it whilst Kakashi heals the cut on Sakura's cheek, which doesn't take long. He then looks at Yugao. How is he? Yugao looks over her shoulder. He's okay. He's lost some blood, and has been slashed quite a bit, but he's already healing. Nothing serious though, but he's quite tired also. Kakashi nods. He finishes with Sakura, who approaches Naruto, and Yugao. Will he be okay? Yugao nods. He will be fine. It will take more than this to keep Uzumaki-san down. Sakura smiles. He protected me. He killed the one who cut me using this move to appear behind him, and then cut his head off. But he didn't seem affected. He indirectly killed another by doing the substitution technique, I think it's called. He did severely hurt the one in his chest and back, so he could have died from his wounds, but the one who went to stab Naruto aimed for Naruto's heart. Yugao and Kakashi look at each other, then Kakashi picks up Naruto. Let's go to the Hokage. Kakashi uses Shunshin and disappears with Naruto whilst Yugao grabs Sakura and does the same. When Sakura and Yugao arrive, Naruto is already lying on the couch, and Yugao gets back to work on Naruto. Hiruzen then looks at Naruto. So what happened? Kakashi tells Hiruzen all that Sakura said and he's shocked someone so young killing with no after effects are surprising. He looks at Sakura. Tell me Sakura, what do you remember of what happened in your own words? She tells him not that she knows much, but he is surprised that they wanted Naruto, but then attempted to stab him in the heart. It makes little sense to him. He hears a groan and looks up to see Naruto sitting up. Hiruzen smiles. I'm glad you are okay. Naruto, can you tell me who they were? Who attacked you? Naruto sighs. Root. Hiruzen, Yugao, and Kakashi share a look but Sakura doesn't know who Root is, so doesn't react. She does sit next to Naruto though. Hiruzen sighs. I had a feeling he'd try something like this, especially with how Naruto's changed and distanced himself from everyone. Kakashi sighs. The destruction earlier this week and him being spooked could mean they're following him. Then there's taking Sakura. Using her as a hostage was a bad move. He hardly cares for her, still he saved her, and continued to do so until we arrived. Hiruzen sighs. Well, it seems we will have to have people watching Naruto, in case Danzo tries anything else. For today, let Naruto and the rest of Team 7 have a day of rest. Naruto killed and Sakura saw Naruto kill, plus she was taken as a hostage. Kakashi nods. Understood Hokage-sama. He looks at Naruto and Sakura. No missions today guys, you should get some rest. Sakura nods. Okay Kakashi-sensei. Naruto just nods and they leave the room. Sakura watches him go. At first she doesn't know what to do, but Naruto risked his life for her. Naruto, do you want to get something to eat with me? Naruto stops and turns around. Do I look like Sasuke, Sakura? She smiles. Well no, but you saved my life on more than one occasion today. Naruto sighs. Fine. She smiles and jogs up to him, and they walk away. They go to Ichiraku's. Naruto doesn't go crazy like he used to, but they both eat a few bowls, while Naruto does. Sakura eats 1 vegetable ramen, compared to Naruto's 5 miso ramen. After they've eaten, Naruto pays and then leaves, but Sakura follows him. She's worried about him. She doesn't know why she's feeling like this, but ever since that argument when she ran home crying, she's been thinking about Naruto and more. Of course, she thinks about Sasuke-kun also, but she's not asked him out as much as she usually does, and she's kind of surprised why. She watches Naruto as he's looking around. She doesn't know what he's doing. They're supposed to be resting, but it seems Naruto won't be doing that. She watches him as he stops looking when he sees a cliff, and then starts walking in that direction, so she follows him. Naruto knows she's still following him, but he doesn't care. He's not resting. He needs to get stronger. He got careless and got quite badly hurt. Nothing life-threatening, but he still got hurt, not to mention he had to look after Sakura also. He keeps on walking and so far he can't sense anyone following him, other than Sakura, so that's good. He keeps on going until he reaches a cliff and pulls out the scroll. A short time later Sakura stops beside him. What are you doing? Naruto sighs. Cliff climbing technique. It's a chakra control exercise that builds up strength. Sakura is confused. A chakra control exercise, how many are there? Naruto sighs. Tree climbing, and not using your hands, leaf balancing, and walking on water, and cliff climbing, not sure if there are any others. He walks up to the cliff and starts climbing. Whilst she watches, she sees the scroll and looks at it, and reads the scroll. She smiles. Wow, he's got nice calligraphy, very detailed description. Maybe he could teach me one. He's learned the tree and water walking from what I saw. The leaf balancing we did in the academy. After an hour he's back down. She's then surprised when he straps up one of his arms and starts climbing one-handed. She's starting to get worried now. This is dangerous. She's broken out of her thoughts when she hears her name. Well, the nickname Ino gave her, and the one that she hates. By the way, what you doing, forehead? She groans and turns around and sees Ino and her team of Shikamaru and Choji with their sensei Asuma. She thinks he's called. Sakura sighs. What do you want, Ino pig? Ino sighs. Where's Sasuke-kun? Sakura shrugs. Don't know. Ino is confused. Then what are you doing here? Sakura points up the cliff, keeping an eye on Naruto. He's doing a chakra control exercise, called cliff climbing. He's already been up once now. He's strapped up his arm and going up one-handed. Asuma is surprised. Is he insane? Not even I'd attempt that. Kakashi and Guy, yes, because of them both being idiots. Plus Naruto's only a kid. Okay, a kid who's a genin, but still a kid. Is he insane? Sakura sighs. He's more determined than ever. He was attacked earlier by some masked people. Rude, I think Naruto called them. He even killed one of them and inadvertently killed another, but he wasn't shocked or anything. Asuma is surprised. Dad says he's pushing himself, and Rude, what are they still around for? I thought Dad told Danzo to disband them. Wait, did she say he felt nothing after killing him? Ino looks at Naruto. He's pushing himself pretty hard, isn't he? Sakura nods. Yeah. He saved my life and got quite hurt keeping me safe. I think Rude has been following him all week. He's been quite jumpy. Shikamaru looks confused. He looks up at Naruto before looking back at Sakura. What do they want with Naruto? Asuma sighs. Forget about them. For now. Guys, look, he's coming back down. Naruto gets back down. He sees Team 10. He doesn't say anything though. He wipes his face, which is covered in sweat, then unstraps his arm and ties up the arm he just used, then starts climbing again. Asuma shakes his head and sighs. He's going to wear himself out if he carries on. Naruto, you should rest for a while. Your arms must be killing you. Naruto stops climbing and looks down, and because his hands are sweaty he loses his grip and falls. Luckily he's not far up the wall and lands on his feet. Asuma sighs. See what I mean? You exhausted yourself. What have you been doing today? Mission. Sakura mentioned you was attacked earlier, and you defended your teammate Sakura. Sakura shakes her head. No, not today. They got cancelled because of the attack. I'm kind of surprised we never even saw Sasuke-kun. I guess Kakashi-sensei must have informed him about the day off. Naruto sighs. For me, I've been training with Nico-sensei on Kenjutsu, learning Shunshin, mastering the tree climbing exercise and water walking exercise, then fighting off those root drones, and now this. Asuma again shakes his head. You're one crazy kid, you know that. Ino is confused. Tree climbing exercise, but everyone can climb trees. That isn't a technique, is it, or am I missing something here? Sakura smiles. Climbing a tree without hands and using chakra is the exercise. Shikamaru smirks. And you have learned it already. Damn, Naruto, you're making us look bad. Ino scoffs. Please, it doesn't take much to make you look bad. All you do is sleep. Sakura is stood next to Naruto. How's your hand? Naruto looks at her confused at all her fussing over him. I'm fine, Sakura. Asuma smirks. Knowing how advanced you are, I bet you know what affinity you are. Naruto nods and picks up his ninjato and places it on his back. Yes, I have too, the futon, wind, and suiton, water, affinity. He then shunshins away. Asuma is shocked, then smirks. Another wind user, how plus a water user? Also not many genin can say that. Okay, let's go, guys. Oh, and Sakura, is it? You should get some rest yourself, you look tired, also not to mention a little shook up from what happened. Naruto appears back inside his apartment, and just walks to his bedroom, places his ninjato beside his bed, tosses off his shoes and collapses onto his bed, and within moments is asleep or passed out. Not long after, Yugao appears in his room to check on Naruto after she ran into Sakura and the others and was informed that Naruto did not rest but started the Geik no Bori no Gyo exercise even though she told him not to. She sighs as she sees the cuts on his hands healing and sighs. I told you to be supervised. Sakura doesn't count now, be careful, Uzumaki-san. She watches him for a minute before using Shunshin. She appears on the roof across from Naruto's apartment and sighs. I won't let Root get you, Uzumaki-san, I promise you that. It's been over a week since the last incident with Root, and with Nico watching Naruto from the shadows daily, they haven't tried anything. Hiruzen summoned Danzo, who outright denied he's tried contacting Naruto Uzumaki, which Hiruzen knows is a lie. Naruto's training, his clones are still doing the tree and water walking exercises even if they've almost mastered them, while Naruto trains with his clones. Yugao watches him from the trees, but after a while decides to make herself known, even though Naruto already knew she was there. You learn quick, Uzumaki-san. I'm proud of you. So your next goal was Geik no Bori no Gyo. Although I heard you did the Geik no Bori no Gyo, well, both armed and then with your left arm taped up, so you could do that, but Sakura is not the supervision I meant. Naruto shakes his head. Sorry, sensei. I was just frustrated. Yugao nods. You mean about Root, and you getting hurt? Naruto clenches his fist in anger. Yes, I got hurt because I'm not strong enough. She sighs. Uzumaki-san, you are only 12 years old, a genin. For a few weeks you're fighting people who have trained for years. But think about this. Yes, you got hurt, but you protected your teammate. Yes, she got a cut on her cheek, but after that, you guarded her with your life. Nobody got close to her, did they? Naruto sighs. Well, no, but I couldn't focus everything on them because I had to guard Sakura. Yugao smiles. Yes, and you did a good job. Think of Sakura as the client. Your job is to protect her from whatever threat may come your way, and you did that. And yes, as I say again, you got hurt. But it happens. But apart from the cut she got when she was the hostage, you did a great job. You adapted to change. You rescued your client, then guarded her until reinforcements arrived. Naruto just nods. I see your point, but still, I don't know why this Danzo guy wants me. Does he want me as one of his mindless drones? Or is it because of what I hold the Kyuubi? Yugao sighs. I don't know, but I will never let him get you, Uzumaki-san. Naruto looks at her and asks something that has always puzzled him. I don't understand you. Why aren't you like everyone else? I'm hated by everyone. Why don't you hate me like everyone else? Yugao smiles. Quite simply, the Kyuubi is a kunai. You are the scroll. You sealed the kunai in the scroll, and the kunai is no longer in play or a threat. You are a young boy. You're not what these idiots think you are. What that idiot, Mizuki, said is lies. Think about this, Naruto. The day the Kyuubi attacked you were a newborn baby. Tell me, how could you have attacked people? It's simple, you didn't, and the villagers are the idiots who don't see the truth. Naruto looks at Yugao and nods. Thank you, Nico-sensei. You have never lied to me, never done wrong by me. But I should be going. I'm sure you have work to do. Yugao smiles. Continue on those katas I showed you, and we will meet up tomorrow at the same time, and I'll test you on what you've learned, then maybe we can start on some harder things. Naruto nods and a small smile appears on his face. I'll see you tomorrow then, Nico-sensei. He quickly shunsins away before she can say anything. She smiles and without looking says, so what do you think, Kakashi-senpai? Kakashi appears and smiles. Well, that's some good advice. Could probably get a mission pay for Naruto for that. What do you think, SS ranked? Yugao chuckles. Minato and Sensei would be proud of how strong their son is becoming. She then groans, although how withdrawn he is would upset them, especially Kushina-sensei. Kakashi sighs. You're right. We have to somehow snap him out of it. But I admit he's a lot like his father. He was always a quick learner, and it seems Naruto's a lot like him. In a way, this was a wake-up call to take his training seriously. But we could do without the withdrawn part. So he's learned tree walking, water walking, cliff climbing, Kagebunshin, and those jutsus I saw in the Genin test. He's probably high Genin, or low Chunin already. Yugao smiles. You think so? Kakashi nods. I do. Naruto is probably the strongest Genin out of the graduating class. Maybe Sasuke beats him in taijutsu. But in everything else Naruto's miles ahead. He seems to learn quickly. And with his Kagebunshin he's technically a one-man army. Give him a few years and I could imagine him being the strongest in the village. Yugao looks at Kakashi. So what are you going to do about the council? They ordered you to focus on the Uchiha. I hate that. There should be no favoritism. So what are you going to do? Kakashi rubs his chin. Well, I will train Sasuke as they ask, but I am not going to neglect Sensei's son, especially now. Yugao nods. What about this Sakura? Is she changing at all, or is she still just a fangirl? Kakashi sighs, thinking about his only female student. Well, to be honest, over the last few days I have seen differences in her behavior. She doesn't obsess over Sasuke as much, and she seems to be worried about her other teammate Naruto-kun, which is surprising because from all reports she hated him. She even said so in our introductions. Yugao nods. Let me guess, her likes were Sasuke, her dreams were Sasuke, her dislikes were Naruto. Kakashi smiles. Pretty much, plus Ino Yamanaka. They used to be best of friends from what I heard, but their friendship ended over Sasuke. Yugao groans. Losing friendship over an arrogant little shit like him makes my blood boil. But I have something more serious to consider, and that is, what are we going to do about Danzo? I refuse to let Kushina-sensei's son become one of his mindless drones, as Naruto-kun calls them. Kakashi scratches his head. I agree on both things. All we can do is keep watch on Naruto as best we can. Yugao smiles. So, packin', right? Kakashi smiles. Yup. Well, time I visit Obito. Yugao rolls her eyes. When are you going to change and stop living in the past, Kakashi? Kakashi sighs. I'll speak later. He shunshins away. She just shakes her head before she does the same, heading to the Hokage's office to inform the Hokage of Naruto's progress. Meanwhile, Naruto has used the henge and bought some fruit to eat whilst he heads back to Training Ground 7 to start on his kenjutsu. Kurama then decides to speak. Hey, Gaki, go to the library and get another book on Fuinjutsu. Your clones finished the first one as an Uzumaki. You learn quickly, so either go yourself and get all the books on Fuinjutsu or send a clone. Naruto nods and decides to go himself, so he walks to the shinobi library. Strange that it's open so early, but he uses a henge and walks inside. He goes straight to the sections and finds a book on basic Fuinjutsu level 2. He takes the book and just leaves the library, not even getting asked what he's doing. He quickly dispels the henge and makes his way to the training grounds. He knows where he is going. Several people see him and Naruto smirks when they clear a path for him. Seems his little threat about him taking no shit from them anymore is taking effect. He continues ignoring everyone until he arrives at Training Ground 7 and sits down. He's about to open up the book when Kurama speaks. Forget reading. Create a clone and let him read it. You work on your kenjutsu. Naruto just nods. Kage Bunshin no Jutsu. One clone arrives and he tosses him the book. Read it. He then pulls out his ninjato and starts going through the katas Nico-sensei taught him. He's been going through his katas for about an hour when Sakura turns up. Of course, he already knew but doesn't do anything. Sakura sees two Narutos. One is doing kenjutsu training whilst the other is reading, which she finds out that's not like him. She reads the spine of the book and is surprised. Basic Fuinjutsu level 2. I wonder what that is. That's ceiling, I think. She then looks up. Morning, Naruto. Naruto stops his katas and looks at her with a raised eyebrow. She ends up stopping beside him. Did you get some rest? You looked tired yesterday. Naruto sighs. Why are you acting like this, Sakura? It's not like you. She bites her lip. I'm worried about you. Yesterday you pushed yourself and were lucky you didn't break your neck when you fell. Lucky you weren't higher up. Naruto looks at her. I'm fine. She groans. Is that all you say? I'm fine, I'm fine. Naruto rolls his eyes. What do you want from me? You don't know me. Okay, so just stop acting as you do. Sakura sighs. Okay, sorry. But we're teammates now, we should get to know each other. Naruto scoffs. I already know you. Your likes are that loser Sasuke. Your dislikes are me and Ino. Your goal is to be with that loser Uchiha. What else do I seriously need to know? Your whole life revolves around a pathetic little whining, brooding little prick who thinks the whole village, no, the whole world should kiss his ass because he's the last fucking Uchiha. Well, fuck that. He deserves nothing from me. Tell me one time he's ever said anything nice to anyone. He calls you weak and annoying, and yet you continuously fawn over him like he's a prince. When are you going to wake up and realize that you are nothing to him? You're a clanless nobody, which to him is worse than anything. Take yesterday for instance. Do you honestly think Sasuke would have lifted a finger to save you? The answer is no. He would have probably laughed and said it was your fault for being weak. Sakura has listened to everything Naruto said and it was hurtful. She's surprised she hasn't tried attacking him for insulting Sasuke-kun, but she remembered the last time she tried it, and what he said that he'd hit her back then. After thinking about what he said about Sasuke, it's probably true, although she can't believe he'd let her just die. She looks down at her feet. So what do I do then? Naruto looks at her. Well, that depends. Do you want to improve to impress Sasuke or for yourself? She looks at him. Why do you hate Sasuke-kun so much? Naruto scoffs. I just told you and I'm not going to repeat myself. Why don't you just sit over there and wait for your precious Sasuke-kun? She looks down at her feet but surprises Naruto with her next words. Thank you. Naruto looks at her. Why is she thanking me for insulting her? What? She looks up. Thank you for saving me and keeping me safe. I know you don't like me, but you saved me and I'm grateful. Naruto just nods and is about to go back to his katas when she speaks again. So how are your chakra exercises coming along? Naruto sighs. What the hell is with the 20 questions? Why is she trying to be all chummy with me when not 2 weeks ago she told me she hated me? They're going fine. Only need to finish Geik no Bori no Gyo. She smiles. Oh, yeah, I forgot I saw your clones doing the tree and water walking exercises and I watched you start that cliff climbing exercise. Naruto nods. Yes, and I have done some more training but need to keep doing it until it's mastered and I'm fast enough to do it quickly. She's shocked. Really? Wow, you learn quickly. I bet Sasuke-kun could do it quickly also. Naruto just rolls his eyes and there she goes again. When he doesn't answer she's shocked. Did I say something wrong? Maybe he could tell me how to do it. We have plenty of time. Naruto, Could you tell me how to do it? I only read your scroll for a minute. Naruto sighs. Sakura, I am not Sasuke and I am not Kakashi-sensei. Why would I teach you? Give me one good reason. She smiles. Team bonding. Naruto inwardly growls. I don't understand her. Why don't you ask your precious Sasuke-kun? Sakura smiles. Simple, you have mastered them. I bet he hasn't started them. Naruto growls. You're going to keep bugging me, aren't you? She smiles and nods. Naruto groans. Damn it, why the hell am I doing this? Fine, I will tell you what to do once, so listen carefully. The tree climbing exercise involves you focusing a fixed amount of chakra to the bottom of your feet, and using that to climb a tree without using your hands. If the stream of chakra is too weak, the user, meaning you will lose your footing on the tree and fall off. If it is too strong, the user will be pushed away from the tree, causing the tree to break around the point of contact, and the user will fall. Sakura nods. Okay, I think I understand. Naruto rolls his eyes. Well, go and do it then. Use a kunai to mark your progress. She nods and goes to the tree whilst Naruto goes to his clone. So find anything interesting. The clone looks up. Yes, some cool stuff. We could even create our own seals and so much more. It goes into more detail. According to this book, Fuinjutsu is classed as a lost art. Not many people use it. Naruto raises an eyebrow. Really, I guess that would be interesting. Well, then I will learn all I can. Having Fuinjutsu will further increase my arsenal against everyone else. Keep reading. Just then he hears his name. Hey Naruto, look. Naruto looks up and sees her high up the tree. Well, that was unexpected. Kurama scoffs. Hardly, she's a woman. They generally have less chakra but better chakra control. Naruto inwardly nods. I see. So any exercise would take her considerably less time then. Yes, but unlike you, she won't be able to use countless jutsus. Take your Kage Bunshin. It takes so much chakra that just creating one clone would probably cause her to pass out. It was a forbidden jutsu for a reason after all. Naruto scoffs. So let me get this right, I can create over 1,000 clones and be fine, but her creating one, and she's out of chakra. Exactly, she's weak. She may have great control, but just looking at her, she is weak. You should have let her die yesterday. It's beyond me why you saved her and then got hurt just to keep her safe. After creating one Kage Bunshin, she's either be suffering from chakra exhaustion or just dead. Naruto's puzzled at that thought. Why did I save her? And continued to do it. He's broken out of his thoughts by Sakura, who's now beside him. I can't believe how easy that was. Naruto rolls his eyes. The reason it was easier is that you're a girl. They generally have less chakra than men but better chakra control. Sakura watches him, unsure if he just insulted her or not, but it makes sense. So how much more chakra do you have than me? Naruto smirks. Okay, you saw my clones, correct? They're solid clones. She nods. Yeah, Kage Bunshin's right. He smirks. I can create over 1,000 clones and feel perfectly fine, whereas if you learned Kage Bunshin no Jutsu, then you'd be able to create one, and it would leave you with pretty much no chakra at all and suffering chakra exhaustion or worst case scenario dead. Sakura stares at him gobsmacked. Are you serious? Naruto nods. The Kage Bunshin is a more advanced clone technique, and it takes a lot of chakra to create. Sasuke could create maybe 3 but be in the same boat as you. Kakashi-sensei, I'm not sure. Sakura's shocked. So you have that much chakra? Wait, what about the Hokage? Naruto smirks. I probably have Kage level chakra, so probably more than even the Hokage. Sakura stares at Naruto in shock. Inwardly she's thinking, what the hell? He's like a chakra machine or something more than the Hokage, but he's like the most powerful ninja in the village. But that's just hard to believe. Naruto scoffs hardly. I may have more than him doesn't mean I could beat him. I could outlast many people, but I wouldn't last 5 minutes against the Hokage. Just then they hear a chuckle and see Kakashi. Yo, and for your information, Sakura, Naruto speaks the truth. Kunoichis generally have less chakra than men but better control. And well done, Sakura, on learning it so quickly. Naruto speaks the truth. He has more chakra than even the Hokage, but he still wouldn't win against him. Having more chakra doesn't always determine you're the winner. I'd still advise you to keep training on the tree climbing though to fully master it as Naruto has. Then when you're ready, there's the water walking again, which Naruto has mastered. Sakura smiles. Thank you for the advice, Kakashi-sensei. Wait, you're early. He smiles. Oh, I know. I just wanted to see what my students were up to. I'll see you later. He then shunshuns away. Sakura smiles. I can't wait to tell my mom. Oh, I'm so going to rub this in Inopig's face. Naruto just rolls his eyes. Bragging about something like that to Ino makes you shallow, but do what you want. She sighs. Sorry. Naruto sighs. Don't apologize to me. I don't give a crap what you do. I'm going home to shower and eat breakfast. Sakura looks shocked. Just how long have you been training? Naruto shrugs. About 6 hours or something. Sakura is shocked. But we don't have to be here until 9 a.m. so why get up so early? Naruto shrugs. I just told you to train. Sakura nods. Wow, no wonder you were tired yesterday. So do you know that female ANBU or something? It seems she knows you, calling you Uzumaki-san. Naruto nods. Yes, I know her. She's codenamed Nico. He then starts walking away. She looks at the clone who follows the original. She doesn't know what to do. She's not even sure why she came here this early. She then follows Naruto, wondering where he lives because she lost him the last time she tried following him. She's shocked when she follows him to the poor area and sees the apartments. Wow, he lives in a place like this, but it's a dump. She watches him enter one of the apartments. She saw some people glaring at Naruto, but most stayed away. She's always wondered why people don't like Naruto. She shrugs and heads back home. She may as well get some breakfast, plus she's got to tell her mom about learning a chakra control exercise. She'll be pleased. She smiles, then stops. Why did I leave without having breakfast? She shrugs. She takes one last look at Naruto's apartment before walking away and heading home. An hour later we find Naruto leaving his apartment. He's about a block from his apartment, When he hears his name being called he immediately knows who it is and groans. What does she want now? I mean seriously, she never paid this much attention to me in the academy. And now she's being all friendly. I don't understand her at all. A few seconds later she stops beside him. Glad I caught up with you. We can walk to the training ground together now. Naruto looks at her. I don't understand you. Before we became a team you never wanted to be around me, but now you do. Why? She looks at Naruto and bites her lower lip. To be honest, she's not sure either. She admits she never really liked Naruto before she found him loud and just annoying. But since they became a team things have changed. He's more withdrawn. Maybe it's some sort of female instinct that wants to make sure he's okay and wants her to be close to him so he won't hurt himself again. She admits she was always a bitch to him, she knows that, but he always seemed to just ignore it, but not anymore. Then there was the incident a few days ago with getting kidnapped. Naruto admitted they messed up and that he didn't care about her. Inside her heart broke and she didn't know why. But then she got hurt, and he just launched himself at them and rescued her, getting hurt multiple times whilst she did nothing. She looks up at him and looks into his beautiful blue eyes. She's shocked, admitting that. Not that she ever really looked at Naruto that much. You're my teammate, so I want to make sure you are okay. I don't want you to get hurt again like what happened before you got hurt protecting me. And what did I do? Nothing. Just stood there frozen while you fought those guys who were stronger than you, but you didn't care. I want to change what I do. What happened opened my eyes. If that would happen to us out on a mission I would be a liability. I don't want you and Sasuke to always protect me. I want to fight alongside you both. When Naruto says nothing she just sighs. So what do you think Kakashi-sensei will do today? I mean when he arrives, that is. Naruto listened to what she said but stayed quiet, although the last thing she said was quite funny. He didn't show it. As for what will happen, probably more lame D-ranks. How can I get stronger just doing lame chores because that's what they are? Makes me wonder if the Hokage is just laughing at new genins. I'm not sure, probably boring and pointless chores again. I'd prefer a harder mission if I'm honest. She has to admit they are rather easy and boring mostly, but are they ready for something harder? Again she thinks about what she said earlier, maybe he and Sasuke are, but is she? She decides to speak her mind though and wonders what he will say. Will he be as harsh as Sasuke is and put her down? Do you think we are ready though? I mean we are a new made team less than a month together. But I'll go with whatever you two decide to do. At first, Naruto looks away thinking of what to say. He admits he and Sasuke are ready, but is Sakura? She even admitted she was frozen in place. Is she ready? He then thinks of why he's even caring but just puts that thought to one side. Sasuke will want a challenge. I mean who likes D-ranked missions if you can call them mission? They're everyday household chores that teach us nothing really, maybe teamwork, but that's it. She looks at him and agrees with him. Teamwork may just be the reason for them, but she knows given the chance Naruto and Sasuke will want something harder. She's seen how angry they both get doing D-ranks. Probably even Kakashi-sensei knows. But it all goes back to her earlier thoughts. Can she deal with a higher-ranked mission? She's not a prodigy like Sasuke or a hard-working guy like Naruto. She admits to herself that in the academy she built her career around getting Sasuke's attention. Is that all? She is a fangirl unwilling to change? No, she cannot believe that. Everyone can change. Naruto's a prime example. She will go with what Naruto and Sasuke say and try and do all she can to not be a liability, and try and help her team somehow. More training is needed. While she's thinking this, they're all walking to training ground 7. When they arrive there, Sakura notices that Sasuke's not there. She doubts that Naruto even cares if he's not there. Naruto then walks away from her, and just leans against the tree to wait. Sakura looks around wondering what to do. Maybe she should try and work on her taijutsu, but she doesn't want to tire herself out before the mission, so she ends up just sitting on the ground and waits for her other teammate, and they're always late. Sensei. Naruto is in his mindscape talking to the damn fox. What did you call me for, you damn annoying fox? Shut up, Kit. Why are you talking with that annoying pink-haired bitch? I told you to let her die. Why do you keep ignoring me? Shut up, I'll do whatever the hell I want. I'm still getting stronger, so what's your damn problem? You insolent little human meat sack, you're nothing but a puny weak human. Having friends will only get you killed. Or is it her? You still like that pink-haired bitch, is that it? What? I don't know. I don't think of her that way anymore. So why save her? Worthless as she's weak. I mean weaker than you. They used her to get to you just like I said they would. You even admitted to them that they chose badly, but then when they cut her you got angry and killed him. Not bad, I admit. But, you got slashed several times while you guarded her, and for what? You want to fuck that little bitch. Is that it? Leave her to that brooding Uchiha. Naruto doesn't say anything to him because deep down he's thinking of what he said. Well, not about fucking her. He glances at her then looks away. He does speak the truth. Well, mostly. Why did I go out of my way to save and protect her? Is it possible I still subconsciously like her? Is that it? I mean when she got hurt it pissed me off a lot. He looks at her again. Do I have feelings for her? Is that what's distracting me? Sakura looks up and happens to see Naruto looking at her with a puzzled look on his face, so she just smiles at him. She notices he quickly looks away. Naruto didn't know what to think of that smile. It was a smile of kindness but seemed weird to him. It's sort of a smile only reserved for Sasuke, not him. It's so confusing. The next moment confuses him as he notices that Sakura is now sitting beside him. When did she move? Neither says anything to each other. They decide to just wait, although Sakura would like him to open up some. She's doubtful that he actually will. Just then Sasuke arrives and she smiles at him. Morning, Sasuke-kun. Sasuke looks at Sakura sitting next to Naruto, but just blows that off. He just gives her his normal reply of HN, and keeps on walking until he reaches another tree not far from them and just sits down to wait for their lazy sensei. He then does look at his teammates, first Naruto and then Sakura, and he admits she's not such an annoying bitch around Naruto anymore. But maybe she's scared of him, but then why would she sit so close to him? He's even seen her talking to him even when he's there, which is good for him. Then there is Naruto. He admits he's changed, he's not as weak anymore, and that's a good thing, which just leaves her, the weak annoying fangirl. But there is one good thing that has come out of Naruto changing, and that is Sakura seems to spend more time with Naruto, and less time bugging the hell out of him, which is good for him. He knows Naruto could probably handle himself, leaving the joke of the team Sakura as the weak link. It probably won't matter if she gets stronger, she'd still slow him down. After that thought by Sasuke, they all remain quiet. It's weird in a way, but to Sasuke, it's great. No nagging, not that Naruto does that anymore. And again, that's great in a way. He's happy Naruto's changed. He's not the loudmouth anymore. That's now reserved for Sakura. He noticed the scar on her cheek a few days ago and wondered how she got it. Sasuke then looks up from his thoughts and sees Naruto practicing with his ninjato. Hey Naruto, we should ask Kakashi for a harder mission when he finally gets his lazy ass here. I don't know about you, but these D ranks are pointless. They're beneath me. And probably you. They're not even mission, they're chores, plain and simple. Although it's all that Sakura's good enough at doing. Sakura gets sad hearing that. Although she's heard Sasuke belittle her all the time, it always hurts, and it seems Sasuke gets a good laugh out of seeing her sad. Sometimes she wonders what she sees in him. At first, Naruto doesn't answer him as he's too focused on his training, but when he insulted Sakura again, he stops. Before he answers, he looks at Sakura and sees the sad look of hurt on her face. He just brushes it off and looks at Sasuke. I agree with you. How are we both going to get stronger doing chores? I mean, what the hell, they're not even missions. How can walking dogs or painting be called a mission? Sasuke smirks. I agree with you. So let's ask Kakashi for a harder mission, a challenge, something that will help me gain my Sharingan. Not going to gain it doing, like you said, chores. Sakura, still hurt from Sasuke's words, watches her teammates. It's probably the longest speech they've both shared ever. Although she knew they would agree on this subject, leaving only her a nervous wreck, she's determined to not back down. She wants to help both teammates. She doesn't want to let them down, and she wants to prove to Sasuke that she's not a weakling anymore. She'll show him. She looks at Naruto, then Sasuke, and hopes she won't be such a liability. Naruto already saved her life when he had no real obligation to, and what did he get for protecting her? Slashed several times and was fighting for his life, and she did nothing. She doesn't want that to happen again. No, she can't let that happen again. Naruto continues to train while Sakura and Sasuke just wait. Naruto looks at Sasuke, who's brooding, not a shock, that's all he does. Then he looks at Sakura, who is just sitting there with her head down. He just looks away and continues to train. After a while, Sakura starts watching her teammates, wondering just how far behind she is compared to them. She has brains on her side, but brain smarts only goes so far. She also thinks about their sensei and his constant lateness. And damn how annoying it is. She doubts that the rest of the newly made genin have senseis as lazy as hers. It just makes her mad. Keep the team, but get a new sensei, that would be good. After another 30 minutes of training, Naruto finally stops. This constant lateness from their sensei really annoys him. He just groans and seals up his ninjato. It seems nothing has changed with regards to his teammates, so he just walks over to a tree and sits down and closes his eyes to wait for their sensei. He finally turns up 15 minutes later. Kakashi arrives and smiles. Yo, let's go, team. He expects a backlash from Sakura, but nothing happens. He does look at Naruto, who's just glaring at him, so he sighs. Sasuke just stands up along with his team and they follow Kakashi. They arrive at the missions room and, as usual, find the Hokage there. This time Iruka is there also. Hiruzen looks up and smiles. Team 7, what missions have I got for you today? Sasuke looks at Naruto, who slowly looks at him and nods. Then Sasuke looks at the Hokage. They were going to ask Kakashi about a harder mission, but with the Hokage being here, so why not ask him instead? We want a harder mission. These lame D ranks are so lame, they're not even missions, they're beneath me. Same for Naruto. I need to get stronger, so how is that going to happen? By walking stupid dogs and painting. Iruka decides to speak first before the Hokage. You are only newly made genin. You do D ranks for a reason. I admit you may be ready, but Sakura and Naruto are not. Naruto just scoffs. Keep your opinions to yourself. I'm more than capable of doing a harder mission, like the team. I need to get stronger, and chores are pointless, chores made for civilians, not ninja. So I agree with the team, a harder mission is what's needed, and I have nothing else to say. Iruka is stunned that Naruto talked back to him, although the Hokage did mention Naruto has changed since he became a genin. He's too shocked to say anything. Naruto was his favorite student, not that he'd tell anyone that, but finding out about the QB inside him has changed him. He just looks at the Hokage, who just sighs at Naruto's outburst. Hiruzen then looks at the team in front of him, and then stops at Naruto. Naruto, are you ready? I hope you will be okay. He then looks at Kakashi. Are they ready, Kakashi? Kakashi was also surprised at the outburst, but looks at his team before answering. He's also annoyed at his team for demanding a harder mission and not telling him about it. First, he admits Naruto and Sasuke could cope. He then looks at Sakura. Is she ready though? She seems nervous. She also doesn't want to let her teammates down. He turns back to the Hokage. They are ready for this. Hiruzen nods, although he wonders how Naruto will cope with this and deal with people. He's heard reports of some of the villagers being scared of Naruto and even threatening them if they try and attack him again. He then sighs. Very well, let the client enter. A few seconds later, an old man enters the room. He wears glasses and has a towel around his neck. He also has a hip flask in his hand. He looks at his escort, and his first opinion is, they're sending kids with me. Do I want them to die? He's about to say something when he sees the blonde kid in the middle and the cold glare he's receiving from him, and he just gulps. That kid seems like he wants to beat me. Senseless, better not insult him. So this is my escort, huh? Kakashi smiles. My team is ready, plus I am a Jonin. You're in safe hands, I promise you, mister. Tazuna looks at the team, then back at Kakashi. Just call me Tazuna. Kakashi nods, then turns to his team. Okay, team, go home and pack for the mission. Pack for about a month. It shouldn't take that long, but do it anyway and meet me at the gate in an hour. Team 7 all nod and leave the room. Naruto with the shunch and the others just leave, but Sasuke did look angry. They all split up quickly after they left the Hokage tower and went to their homes. When Naruto arrives at his apartment, he heads straight to his room to start packing. As he's packing, Kurama decides to speak. So you have a harder mission, good, you can get stronger. Naruto is still packing but answers him, yes, finally a harder mission, just what I need to get stronger. Kurama doesn't reply to that, but inwardly he's thinking, I will make you break and I will be free still. If he gains some trust, it will be all more fun when I take over and start killing people, then he will be executed and again I'll be free. Decisions. An hour later, Sakura and Sasuke are at the front gate waiting on their third teammate, which is surprising since he's changed, he's always there first, so again they're surprised when Kakashi arrives with the client before him. When Kakashi notices that Naruto's not there, he looks around but doesn't find him, and that's confusing. 15 minutes earlier with Naruto. Naruto's just left his apartment, and he's on his way to the gate to meet up with his team for their first mission outside of Konoha when Kurama warns him that he's being followed by several chakra signatures. Naruto groans knowing who it is. It's been a few days since their last attempt, and damn, it's getting annoying. He looks around, and although he doesn't care about the civilians, a fight here would be a problem. He decides to go somewhere else to get this over with, so he changes course and heads to Training Ground 7. He walks into the center to wait. Kurama again warns him that they're coming and there are 20 of them. He creates a clone before they arrive and he quickly makes himself scarce, leaving the clone to confront them. Kurama's taught him how to hide his chakra signature so they won't find him. The clone then pulls out his ninjato. The clone doesn't have to wait long for them to arrive, and soon the clone is surrounded by 20 root ENBU. The original watches this and sighs. Dealing with 3 of them was bad enough, but 20, that's pushing it. Plus he's still a genin and knows he's not that powerful yet, well stronger than any civilian and probably most genin. How he survived against 3 of them was surprising enough. Nico did say they had years of experience on him. After a minute where no actions were taken, with not even a word being taken, another chakra signature arrives. Naruto watches this man carefully. He doesn't know who he is, but the way the men let him through must mean he's the leader, this Danzo character. He's an old man covered in bandages, but he's strong. The clone can tell just by the look of him. He may be old, but so is the Hokage. Looks can be deceiving, not that he plans to fight unless he has to. Danzo looks at Naruto, the brat who's given him such problems. He admits he underestimated him, and that will end now. We finally meet. My name is... Before he can answer, the clone speaks. I already know who you are and I'll save you the time. I'm not becoming one of your mindless drones like those freaks, so why don't you just fuck off, freak? Danzo glares at Naruto and the clone just smirks back. Did I hurt your feelings? Are you going to cry to your mummy, you mummified freak? Well, too bad. I don't like you, so I don't give a damn about you. Did you think coming here in person would change my mind? How pathetic are you? That delusional? Is your age affecting you that bad? Well, too bad. Danzo just smirks. Naruto, can I call you that? I must admit you have changed since the academy. I guess finding out about what's inside of you is to blame. I have had my organization watching your training. You're growing stronger. I'm impressed. Training as much as you can. I've also seen how you are with people. You're a perfect weapon, so why not join me? I can personally supervise your training. You will be stronger than the Uchiha. The clone smirks. I hardly care about the Uchiha. Not anymore. Well, pretty much never did if I'm being truthful. And yes, I have changed. But I'm not going to join you. So why don't you just get lost and take your drones with you? And as for your first thing, and no, you can't call me Naruto. Danzo just raises an eyebrow. Fine, Mr. Uzumaki, you are a genin. For what, about a month do you think you can take us all on? You got lucky with 3 of them. I must commend you on guarding your teammate also. Plus they weren't ordered to kill you. Still, you killed one of them and caused another to kill another, although I killed the one who did because he did try to gut you. And I was not happy. I do not accept failure, and it seems the ANBU was not conditioned enough. He looks at the clone to see what he thought of this, but the clone was emotionless, like he didn't care. I underestimated you, and that's why I came personally, and came prepared. Now are you going to come quietly or do I have to fight you? Either way, you're coming with me. The clone gives Danzo an evil grin. Bring it on, freak. Actually, on second thoughts, I'll just piss you off again. The clone then goes up in a puff of smoke, annoying Danzo again. Danzo sighs. This brat is starting to annoy me. A clone? When did he create a clone, and where is the real one? He turns to his root members. Find him. He's testing my patience. Do whatever it takes. The root members then all leave, followed shortly by Danzo himself. Meanwhile, Naruto left halfway through when he realized what the time was, plus in case his plan failed he needed to get away. After a few minutes he gets the memories and he stops. So that was Danzo. Huh, he's annoying. It's lucky I decided to switch with the clone and see what happens. I nearly decided to fight them. He keeps on jumping across rooftops and finally arrives at the gate. He sees everyone waiting for him, not that he even cares if they're angry with him. Kakashi walks up to him. You're late. Naruto just scoffs. Coming from you who's always late. I guess you now know how it feels now, don't we? Kakashi sighs. Why were you late? It's unlike you from what Sakura and Sasuke said. Naruto groans and talks almost in a whisper so only Kakashi would hear. More drones were following me again, so I lured them to training ground 7. But let's just say there were 20 drones plus the freak Danzo himself turned up. So I created a clone before they arrived and was able to hide my chakra signature. I had my clone stall them while I listened but saw how late I was getting, so left the clone just dispelled after I realized I was going to be late. Kakashi just nods but inwardly he's pissed off Danzo. Personally this is pissing me off. He pats Naruto on the back. Keep this between ourselves, okay? The fewer people who know about this the better, and you're not that late. Naruto just nods and they both walk back to the group and they all leave through the gates. They've been walking for a while when Sakura stops beside Naruto, who groans knowing this might happen. She looks at Naruto. You okay, Naruto? Did they come after you again? Naruto looks at her and at first says nothing and they keep on walking. No surprise she'd figure it out. They continue walking for a few minutes before Naruto speaks. There. Persistent. Had the leader confront me this time while a clone of me? Kakashi saw her walk up to him and just sighed and approaches them both. Sakura, drop it, he's fine. She looks at Naruto then Kakashi, but they keep trying to abduct Naruto. Why? Kakashi groans. They will never get to Naruto. Sakura, I won't let it happen. Naruto looks at Kakashi and groans saying that doesn't fill me with confidence. Danzo came personally and he brought 20 drones with him. I barely held off 3. Luckily I switched with a clone before they arrived. Sakura looks at them both. How long will Naruto have to put up with this? Kakashi looks at then Naruto. For now Naruto is away from their reach. I will inform the Hokage of what happened when we get back. For now, let's just concentrate on the mission, shall we? They both nod and Kakashi steps away from them and takes up the rear of the group. He pulls out his book and starts reading. But he also keeps watch. He's one of the best Jonin there is, and he's determined to not let anything happen to Naruto or his team. Sakura looks around nervous, but in another way she's happy they left Konoha. It's a chance to see the world. Still, she's worried about Naruto and why they want him so badly. Sasuke looks at Naruto and Sakura. He saw Kakashi talking to them quietly and wondered what they were discussing. He then saw Kakashi step back and walk behind them. He then looks at Sakura, who keeps glancing at Naruto with worry. Something's going on. Naruto's never been late in 3.5 weeks of being a team. Something made him late, and the others know what happened. Why don't they tell me about it? Well, it's probably not important. Her probably overslept, or something. After a while Sakura leaves Naruto's side and starts talking to Tazuna. Naruto is thinking about what happened and will have to be on his guard all the time now. He wonders if Danzo will send any of his drones after him. He hopes not. That's if they know he's left the village. He then sees something that makes him stop his train of thought. He knows it's not rained for days, so why would there be a puddle in front of them? What's strange is it's only one puddle. That immediately puts his guard up. He also noticed that neither Sakura, Sasuke nor Tazuna even paid any attention. He looks at Kakashi, who looks at him and nods, so at least one of them apart from him knows something was up. Not surprising, he is a Jonin after all. Kakashi, after nodding to Naruto, watches his other students and noticed none of them even noticing the puddle and sighs. Not very observant of the environment, are they? I'll have to remedy that. He then looks at the puddle. I wonder what this is about. I'll see how they react. Sasuke, Tazuna, and Sakura walk over the puddle and nothing happens. Naruto stays behind Kakashi as he passes over the puddle and chains wrap around Kakashi and start getting cut up before the chains put more pressure on him and his students, and Tazuna witness Kakashi get shredded. Sakura screams at seeing her sensei get killed. Sasuke looks on in shock, and Tazuna feels guilty about lying to everyone. Naruto for a second was shocked but thought it was unusual that Kakashi knew about the puddle and yet did nothing. He then sees 2 masked individuals appear. Naruto quickly pulls out his ninjato and rushes them. Sasuke comes out of his shock at seeing Kakashi-sensei get killed and quickly rushes at the 2 killers. He tells Sakura to guard Tazuna while he rushes to help Naruto, or not wanting to get outdone by Naruto. Naruto slashes at their chains. It seems they're attached to the chains, so when he slashes at the chains it breaks, and they separate. Naruto goes after one of them whilst Sasuke goes after the other one. Meizu, the one that Naruto goes after, is shocked that this blonde kid didn't freeze like the others. He's also pretty strong and fast, and he's even pushing him back. He never expected that. Sakura watches Naruto and Sasuke fight. She then looks at Tazuna. He knew about this, didn't he? Just look at him. She then looks back at Naruto. She watches as he's stabbed in the hand, but he only winces. She sees him get kicked in the head, and the enemy ninja rushes her. She pulls out her kunai. Stay behind me. I'll protect you. I just hope I can. Meizu rushes at the girl. He knows she's scared, but she's also not backing down. He expects her to do nothing, but he's surprised when his clawed hand, the one he used on the blonde brat to poison him, is blocked by the blonde bitch's own kunai. He's momentarily shocked, and she pushes forward, remembering a move that Naruto used against those people who attacked him, and he loses his footing and she slashes him on the arm. He glares at her. I'm going to kill you for that, you little bitch. He then knees her in the gut, and she staggers back. He's about to stab her in the gut with his clawed hand, but as he raises it to plunge it into her, he suddenly screams and looks up to see his arms from the elbow down missing. He looks at his arm in shock, not knowing what happened. Then everything changes as he's then stabbed in the back of the head. The blade actually rips out his eye, but he's already dead as the sword pierced his brain. He drops down dead. Naruto looks down at the man he just killed. He did it to save Sakura. Again he hears Kyuubi telling him why he keeps saving as he quotes the pink-haired pathetic bitch. He again ignores him. He's then surprised as he's quickly hugged by Sakura. Thank you, Naruto, you saved me again. How's your hand? Naruto looks down. I think there was poison on the blade. My hand is numb. Sakura backs away, As he puts his ninjato away and pulls out a kunai and stabs into his hand, she watches in shock as she sees the poison on his hand. While this is happening, Sasuke is having a tough time fighting Gozu. Before the fight continues, Gozu is dragged to the ground and Sasuke looks up to see Kakashi pinning Gozu to the ground. Sasuke looks at Kakashi in shock. He saw him die and now he's alive. He then looks to where he saw Kakashi-sensei die and sees a cut-up log. He used the substitution jutsu. Kakashi, after knocking out Gozu who he had pinned down, looks over at Naruto and Sakura and sees the other demon brother dead, most likely Naruto's doing. He sees the blood dripping down his hand and the dark black color as Naruto squeezes his hand, poison he assumes. He then sees Sakura pull out a bandage and wrap it around Naruto's hand. Naruto doesn't even notice Kakashi, but he isn't surprised. So you showed up, the Kakashi-sensei. Sakura looks at Naruto, then at Sasuke, and then sees Kakashi looking at them, and she's shocked. Then Naruto tells her to look where Kakashi-sensei died, and she sees a destroyed log and she understands what he did. How Naruto knew is unknown, but to be honest, he was the only one who didn't freeze up as she and Sasuke did, so he must have known. Kakashi then approaches Tazuna Care to explain this. I did what I did to test the theory to find out who was the target, me and my team or you. And the fact they were about to attack you before Naruto separated them gave me my answer. Then again, when the one Naruto killed again went after you before Sakura intercepted him. He looks at Sakura. You did well, Sakura, even cutting him with a flashy quick move. How did you learn that attack? When and who taught her the Shunshin? She smiles. I saw Naruto use it, so I copied him, although it wasn't as effective as when Naruto did it. Kakashi nods. Impressive. She learned the Shunshin after witnessing it once. She does have some potential. It also seems that Naruto is the one pushing her to improve. Of course, it's not perfected. Well, they are Chunin, Sakura, but still well done. He turns back to Tazuna. Those two are missing, known as the Demon Brothers, so care to explain why they're after you. Tazuna gulps, knowing he has to tell them the truth. The blonde kid got hurt, not bad though. He sighs and then sees the three kids glaring at him before he tells Kakashi everything. Naruto listens to everything and it strangely annoys him. This Gato holding the whole village hostage, he doesn't know why, and Kyubi agrees. Sakura sees an angry look from Naruto, and she can't blame him. This Gato needs to be stopped, but with this new information, she knows they're out of their league, they're genin. After all, she hopes that Kakashi-sensei will see sense and turn them around. Kakashi takes in all the information given by Tazuna and sighs. This is too much. Those two work with Zabuza. I have a bad feeling we should turn back. I'll see what they think. He looks at his team. Okay team, as I said, these two are the Demon Brothers, so this is no normal C-ranked mission anymore. I would like to hear your opinions. Continue with the mission or return home. I can understand why Tazuna lied with this problem. In my opinion, we should return to Konoha. Sakura inward sighs. Thank you, Kakashi-sensei. I agree we should return, but I don't think that Naruto or Sasuke-kun will agree. Sasuke scoffs. Go home, are you crazy? I'm an Uchiha and elite. I'll never run away. So they were Chunin, so what? I'm an Uchiha, I'll never gain my Sharingan by running away. Naruto nods. I agree with him. We go on and kill this Gato team. Whatever or whoever we encounter, we will deal with it. Sakura sighs, figures they would agree again. We go on. Kakashi nods. We go on. He turns to Tazuna. How long until we reach your house? Tazuna rubs his chin. Well, as soon as we get a ride to Wave Country, it's a few hours walk. Kakashi nods. Okay then let's go, team. They all nod and start walking before Kakashi follow. He nods into the bushes and then takes off. A minute after they leave, a clone of Kakashi comes out from a tree. After hearing everything from Tazuna, along with the clone comes a small dog. The clone looks at the dog. You heard that man, Tazuna? I trust our team, but I still think we need some backup. Head back to Konoha and inform the Hokage and get some backup. My team can handle thugs and genin, and maybe Chunin, but anything higher there, that then we have a problem. Pakken nods. I understand. I'll get going. Good luck. Pakken then runs off whilst the clone dispels. The original gets the memories of his clone and sighs in relief. Well, that should put my mind at ease. I wonder who the Hokage will send. Okay team, I let you persuade me to continue this mission, so now I want you to be more vigilante. Only myself and Naruto noticed the puddle earlier. You have to read the environment. It hadn't rained in days, so why would there be a single puddle? Watch everything. They keep going. They finally arrive at a small hut and Tazuna meets a friend and they have a little chat before Tazuna returns and tells Kakashi and the others that his friend will take them on his boat. A short time later they're on the boat. After a short time, they enter the fog, and a short time after that they see Tazuna handiwork the bridge he's building. Sakura is in awe of the size of the thing. Even Naruto raises an eyebrow, but he's in awe also. Sasuke doesn't say anything other than his usual HN. Meanwhile, a few hours later, during the boat ride, Pakken arrives in Konoha. He rushes straight to the Hokage Tower. In the said tower, Hiruzen the Sandaime Hokage is talking to Team 10 after another of their completed D-rank missions when Pakken enters the room and jumps onto the Hokage's desk. Team 10 looks on in shock seeing the dog arrive. Asuma and Hiruzen know who the dog is. Hiruzen smiles. Pakken, seeing as you're here and not Kakashi means there is a situation. Care to elaborate on what's happened? Team 10 minus Asuma wondered how a dog will do that, and they're again surprised when the dog starts talking. Everyone listens to the report given by the dog known as Pakken. Ino listens to the report hoping Sasuke-kun will be okay. The other members are shocked to hear that Naruto killed a Chunin to save Sakura. When Hiruzen hears who the attackers were, and what the real situation is in the Wave Country, he's quite angry that Tazuna lied to him, and that his ninjas are in danger. Hearing Naruto killed one of them was a shock, and he's quite sad that Naruto had to kill again one of the demon brothers, but then he remembers it's not his first kill after. Remembering what happened with Sakura's kidnapping a few days ago, Naruto kept her safe until Kakashi and Yugao appeared. Asuma sighs at the situation and, like his team, is worried that Kakashi's allowed the mission to continue. Then hearing that the whole team agreed to continue even if Sakura seemed unconvinced, he sighs stupid Uchiha and his Uchiha arrogance. Then Naruto, from what Dad said, he's changed and he seems stronger. I guess Sakura went along with her teammates. Hiruzen sighs when he hears that the demon brothers usually work alongside Zabuza Momochi, a Jonin who's also called the Demon of the Mist. He sighs, so Kakashi asked for backup. Knowing how his first C-ranked mission is now upgraded to A rank, I think I can accommodate him. He turns to his son and his team. Pack for a month, you're going to assist them. I know this will be your first C-ranked mission, well A-ranked, but if you don't think you're ready, I can get Team Guy to assist them. Asuma looks at his team. Well, what do you think? Shikamaru sighs, this is so troublesome, but they're teammates, so let's do it. Plus the village needs help, don't they? Choji grins, I agree, let's go, we're ready. Ino sighs seriously. But working with Sasuke-kun could be good, can't let Forehead get her hands on Sasuke-kun. With the thought of seeing Sasuke, she pumps her fist, let's do it. Asuma nods. Then you've heard the Hokage, rush home and pack for a month, then meet me at the front gate in an hour. Dismissed. They all nod and leave the room. Then Asuma turns back to his father, so what do we do about the client Tazuna? He lied to you, and Kakashi and his team are now in danger. Hiruzen sighs, I understand, son. Assist Kakashi and then discuss with Kakashi what to do about Tazuna. Good luck, son. I just hope your team is ready. They've only been a team for just under a month after all. Asuma nods, I agree. Still, this Gato needs to be stopped. It could open up a possibility about an alliance with them or something. Hiruzen chuckles, I agree again. Discuss this with Kakashi. Asuma nods before leaving to pack himself. An hour later, Team 10 arrive at the gate and sees Asuma and Pakin. As soon as they arrive, Asuma checks their supplies. When he's satisfied with them all, they leave without having a civilian holding them back. They should arrive quickly. Meanwhile, back with Kakashi, Tazuna, and his team, they've just gotten off the boat and again walking. This time they're all paying attention to everything around them. Naruto's walking, but he's also talking with Kyuubi. Possible chance of meeting this Zabuza, and he claims to be a demon HA. So you think we will meet this Zabuza guy? It will be a challenge if that's the case. You think you can beat him, Kit? Who knows, only one way to find out. He then heard a rustling sound in the bushes and tosses a kunai into the bushes. Everyone stops and watches Naruto as he heads to the bushes and reaches down and pulls out a white bunny. Kakashi raises an eyebrow. A white bunny in the wrong season. He then raises an eyebrow. This is a trap. Get down. Sakura, who was about to pet the white rabbit, turns to Kakashi as he says that. Naruto tosses the rabbit away and grabs Sakura and pulls her down. It so happens that he's lying on top of her. In a different situation she might have enjoyed this, but she looks up as a massive sword goes crashing into a tree. Naruto looks up also and sees a tall man balancing on the sword. Kakashi, Sasuke, and Tazuna pull themselves to their feet. Naruto stands up and then holds out his arm for Sakura, who blushes before taking his hand, and he pulls her up. She blushes for a second and he hasn't let go of her hand, but that only lasts until he sees Zabuza. Then he lets go and Sakura inwardly pouts, but she knows the situation is bad. Also, Zabuza grins, well, what do we have here? I came here to kill the old man, and what do I find but Kakashi Hatake or Sharingan Kakashi? What an honor. Who are the brats? Naruto pulls out his ninjato. Zabuza Momochi, also known as the Demon of the Mist. I'm not impressed. And what's with the pajamas? What's wrong with your face? You look pathetic with no eyebrows. Zabuza glares at Naruto, flaring some ki. Sakura and Sasuke both feel the overwhelming ki, and Tazuna has already passed out, but Naruto doesn't even care as he's been around the Kyuubi and his ki makes Zabuza's feel like nothing. Kakashi isn't affected either. Is that lame-ass ki supposed to do something? I've been around worse. It makes yours feel like child's play. Zabuza growls at this blonde punk kid. You should watch your mouth. Naruto just scoffs. Do you honestly think I'm scared of you? I've been around people who want me dead most of my life, so your pathetic threats don't frighten me at all. Sakura looks at Naruto with sadness in her eyes. What's he talking about? People want him dead. Why? Because of his pranks. Kakashi stops next to Naruto. Allow me to deal with him. Naruto, you and the others guard the client. Naruto sighs, whatever. He turns around and joins Sakura and Sasuke, who are in front of Tazuna. Sasuke and Sakura both look at Naruto, Sakura still with a sad look in her eyes and Sasuke with a look of confusion, but thinking the same thing that Sakura is thinking. Kakashi looks at Zabuza. Your fight is with me, Zabuza, let's get started. Naruto watches as Kakashi and Zabuza start fighting, Zabuza with his massive sword and Kakashi with his kunai. Zabuza then kicks Kakashi in the stomach before he comes at Naruto and the others. He goes through some hand signs and shouts Kirigakure no Jutsu, hidden miss technique. Everyone watches as fog surrounds them all, and then they hear Zabuza start talking about silent killing. Then they hear a chuckle beside them. Naruto pulls out his ninjato. Zabuza goes to slash Tazuna just as both Naruto and Kakashi stab him. They both sigh in relief, but it's short-lived as the Zabuza they stab turns into water. Kakashi is then stabbed by Zabuza, but like Zabuza did, Kakashi turns into water. Then Kakashi and Zabuza move away from the others and start fighting again. Sakura and Sasuke are just happy Zabuza's away from Tazuna. Naruto watches Kakashi and Zabuza fight until Zabuza again kicks Kakashi in the chest, knocking him into the river. As soon as Kakashi goes to stand up, Zabuza's beside him and puts him under a jutsu. Suiro no jutsu. Water Prison Jutsu. A dome of water covers Kakashi with Zabuza standing outside with his hand holding the jutsu in place while Kakashi is trapped inside. Team 7 looks at what happened and then sees several clones appear. Naruto smirks and looks at Sasuke. Seems we need to bail out Kakashi-sensei. You got any ideas, Uchiha? Sasuke looks at Kakashi and then Naruto. Well, we need to get rid of those clones first. Create some of those clones you use, and attack his clones. Naruto nods and creates 20 Kage Bunshin who immediately attack Zabuza's Mizu Bunshin clones. While Naruto and the others watch, Sakura then looks at Zabuza. We have to separate him from Kakashi-sensei. Look what he's doing with his hand. It's holding the jutsu in place, so we have to get him to lower or move his arm and the jutsu will end. Sasuke nods. You're right. I guess that big ugly forehead of yours has a brain in it. Any idea on how to make him move his arm? Naruto looks at Sakura then Sasuke and rolls his eyes. Then he wonders which jutsu he should use. But then again, does it have to be a jutsu? A kunai or shuriken would work. He looks at Sasuke. You are better at throwing shuriken than me. Uchiha, throw one at Zabuza and I will henge into a shuriken and hide in its shadow, then I'll attack him after your shuriken strikes. Sasuke nods and smirks. Not bad plan, though. Let's do it then. Not going to go into detail, but it happens as it does in the anime. After Kakashi is free from the water prison, he attacks Zabuza with a water jutsu, sending him into a tree. He tells Zabuza he sees his death, but before he can kill him out of nowhere, Tsuban enters Zabuza's neck and he collapses. A kid not much older than them arrives and gives some speech about looking for Zabuza and was glad they could weaken him. He then takes Zabuza away. Naruto watches the tree and something is bugging him about what just happens. He heard in the academy about what Hunter Neens does when they capture someone, so what happened made no sense. He's still alive. Kakashi then looks at Naruto and wonders the same thing. We can't worry about that now. He then turns to Tazuna. How far to your house? Tazuna looks at Kakashi. A few miles, not far. Kakashi nods, then lead the way. They all start moving, but Kakashi collapses. Naruto rolls his eyes and picks him up. He's out of chakra. He used a lot during the battle. Let's just go already. Sasuke and Sakura just nod and follows Tazuna and Naruto. A few hours later they arrive at Tazuna's house. A woman opens the door and smiles upon seeing her father alive. Tazuna introduces her as his daughter Tsunami. Sakura says hello. Sasuke just nods, as does Naruto. Then he looks at Tazuna. Is there a room for Kakashi to rest? Tsunami nods. Yes, of course, follow me. Naruto follows Tsunami upstairs, still carrying Kakashi, while Sakura and Sasuke stay downstairs. Naruto lays Kakashi on a bed, then Tsunami leaves. As soon as she closes the door, Kakashi opens his eyes. You know he's alive, right? Naruto nods. Yes, I know something was off about what happened. Hunter Neens kill their targets and cut off their heads. They do not take it away. Whoever that was, it wasn't a Hunter Neen. They probably worked together. Still, he was injured, so he will take time to heal. Kakashi nods. That's true. I'm proud of you, Naruto. This mission you've done well. I'm proud you have changed since the academy. I know finding out about the Kyuubi was your wake-up call, but in a way, it's made you a better ninja. Now I sent for help. They should be here soon. Whoever it is, can you inform them about the situation? Naruto nods and then leaves the room, allowing Kakashi to get some rest. One day has passed since arriving at Tazuna's house. Team 7 in the meantime has been given evil glances from his grandson Inari. Of course, the ninja didn't care, but still rude. Naruto became easily annoyed with that brat. It didn't help that Kyuubi kept trying to influence Naruto to kill the younger brat, but it wasn't working. Naruto was completely ignoring him. This, in turn, angered Kyuubi and pissed him off even more. Realizing manipulating Naruto was getting difficult, the demon fox theorized why. It was that Pinkette wannabe Kunoichi. On the first day, Kakashi took the opportunity in teaching them, well, more of Sasuke, as Naruto and Sakura have both learned it recently and knows Sasuke won't be happy. So today I will be teaching you the chakra control exercise, Ki no Bori no Shugyo, tree climbing exercise. Naruto has already learned it. Shouldn't mention Sakura has also. Naruto, show them how to do the exercise, please. Kakashi watched while Naruto demonstrated said tree climbing exercise nicely enough. Now Sasuke was inwardly fuming at Naruto for knowing it, but then he remembered that Naruto climbed down the academy wall after the introduction. Still, it infuriated him that he knew it. Then he was once again infuriated that Sakura did it so easily. On the ground watching Naruto and Kyuubi agreed. Seeing the Uchiha frustrated in his arrogance was highly amusing. Not only was Sasuke angry he learned it, but got far angrier once he saw Sakura do it first time, even though he knew she knew it because he showed her what to do. Still, seeing Sasuke's face was well worth the amusement. A day later and Sasuke was still working hard on the tree climbing exercise. The frustration was highly amusing for Naruto and the Kyuubi and to Kakashi. None of them were happy when Sakura tried giving Sasuke advice only for him to tell her to shut up and that he didn't need her help. When Naruto, Kyuubi and Kakashi believed that Sasuke should take her advice, well, this is more Kakashi's thoughts, as neither Naruto nor Kyuubi cared if he ever learned it. Naruto's just leaning against the tree watching in amusement at Sasuke's constant cursing. Sakura though is laying on the ground next to him. She's very tired though she did master the exercise. Sakura decided to use the exercise to climb taller trees, with praise from Kakashi for her initiative. She would look at both of them on occasion. It started to annoy her that Sasuke was being so stubborn, and after the second time Sasuke shouted at her, Naruto told her to quit wasting her time. If the team wanted to be stubborn, then it's his own fault. He told her to watch in amusement at Sasuke's cursing. Sakura did find it kind of amusing, not that she'd admit it. She once again looked at Naruto when he pulled out his ninjato. She was confused why The reason Naruto did this was that the Kyuubi informed him of 5 chakra signatures quickly approaching the position. Sakura stands up in a rush by his side and quickly pulls out a kunai, clenching it in her fist. Completely turning away from Sasuke's training, said Uchiha lands on the ground, but before he starts up again he turns to notice that Naruto has his ninjato out and Sakura her own kunai, but Kakashi seems at ease. He pulls out his own kunai and walks up to his teammates. Kakashi notices his team get ready for action. He does wonder how Naruto sensed them. Maybe he's a sensor, he'll have to ask him another time. He smiles at finally seeing Pakken land with Team 10 right behind him. He starts to approach the arrived reinforcements. Good work, Pakken. Glad your team could make it, Asuma, he says to his fellow sensei. Asuma smirks. Didn't have any missions yet. When I heard from Pakken that you guys may need reinforcements, well, we couldn't refuse. The two nod at one another, and Kakashi explains what they have been doing, as both their teams try to mingle/catch up, well, all except Naruto and Sasuke, who don't care for any of them either, but for different reasons than Naruto. Naruto just ignores them all and sits back against the tree but keeps his blade ready for anything. After hearing what Kakashi was teaching them, Ino snobbishly states, they all know how to climb trees. The senseis along with Sakura and Naruto roll their eyes. Sakura shakes her head at Ino. Hey Ino, 2 words for you, no hands. Team 10 blinks confused, having forgotten that Naruto told them about the exercise a few days ago. Inner Sakura smirked at their dumbfounded faces, knowing that she's already got it done herself. Kakashi clears his throat. Naruto cared to show Team 10 what Sakura means. Sakura's not offended at being passed over. She's happy Naruto could demonstrate it again, although she's not sure why she's happy. She's confused with her actions. Naruto reluctantly sheaths his ninjato and walks to the tree and places his feet on it and starts walking up like he's walking on the ground. Sakura lets a smile show as Team 10 looks unsurprised. Ino shouts, that's so cool, Naruto. How'd you do that? Ino smiles, but inwardly annoyed Sasuke wasn't asked to show them how, not knowing he hasn't mastered it yet. Naruto gives the instructions with no emotion. Pour chakra into your feet, then start climbing. Beginners give it a running start before the tree. Too much chakra will repel you off. Too little you won't stick and possibly tumble down painfully. Ino turns to Sakura, who nods with her hands on her hips, smirking. Ino clenches her fist, determined, as Team 10 goes to work at it. Sometime later Ino smiles, realizing it wasn't so hard. She, like Sakura, had come to it quickly, not mastered it as Sakura had, but Ino handled it better than her teammates, resulting in Sasuke being angry even more. To him it was infuriating 2 weak fangirls had handled this simple task where he an elite and an Uchiha that couldn't. Asuma praises Ino, as he watches Shikamaru and Choji keep trying. Ino sits beside Sakura watching too, but she's also quite tired. Naruto, who's leaning on the tree, smirks. Looks like Sasuke team is more humiliated now. But anyway, I guess good work, Ino. Ino's eye twitched angrily. Thanks, I'm that good, but don't think you could disrespect Sasuke-kun like that. Naruto just scoffed at her attitude. Ino expected Sakura to rightfully agree with her. But looking at the pinkette, Ino receives a small shrug. Naruto blinks at that as well. She's confusing to him. He wasn't going to answer Ino. What would be the point? She can be louder than Sakura sometimes. He takes a deep breath and then starts walking off. Sakura gets up from the tree trunk. Naruto, you okay? Need me to get Kakashi-sensei? She asks hurriedly. He stops a few feet away and turns to side-glance Sakura. There's a lake a few minutes away. With nothing to do here, figured I'd train there. Sakura nods, already walking over to him. Another chakra control exercise or something else? She questions curiously. Naruto tilts his head. Yeah, you're right the first time. Instead of trees, it's water swayman hoko no gyo, water surface walking exercise. Ino, having popped up at the jutsu's name, eagerly asks, could you teach it to us? Naruto blinks a raised eyebrow at Ino. I'm not your sensei or teammate, so why should I? Naruto turns to Sakura before Ino can comment. Sakura, you could ask Kakashi. He's better. Sakura smiles, looking him square in the eye. Naruto, I don't believe that. Plus Sasuke will need his help with the tree climbing exercise. You could teach Ino and me. It would help with team building, and I'm persuasive. Naruto inwardly sweats in nervousness and slight annoyance. She shouldn't have this effect on me anymore. I don't care, I don't. He thinks. Kyuubi grunts in disagreement and annoyance. Naruto turns and starts walking without a word. Sakura smirks over her shoulder at Ino, and gestures to her to follow them. Asuma had noticed Naruto, then the girls walk off, with a nod to Kakashi to watch his students. Asuma tails the others, after following them for a short while. He sees them by the lake and sees Naruto standing in the water. Sakura and Ino fusing their chakra, preparing to try it. Asuma smirks, thinking, so that's what they're doing. Kakashi was right, that Naruto kid is getting stronger. The girls are proving to be much more than just sad fangirls. Asuma walks out. Naruto hasn't noticed to focus on his task or just doesn't care. So girls learning water walking, huh? What Naruto didn't mention is you need to constantly pour chakra with the waters continuously moving, or risk falling in and getting soaked. The girls nod to one another and slowly walk over the edge of the shore. They both get close to Naruto in the semi-center of the lake until they lose their control. Ino goes under, having to swim back up to the surface, freezing. Sakura looked on in shock. She is about to fall under. Naruto without hesitation grabs her through the waist, holding her steady. Sakura blushes badly, wondering to herself. Say something, he shouldn't be holding you this close. I shouldn't let him, but it feels right. A nervous giggle, she wiggles a bit. Naruto-kun, thanks, but I'm good now, so you can let go. Before she finishes, he gently does as she asks without giving her another glance. He moves to give her room. He heard the Naruto-kun, but chose to ignore it, a slip of the tongue. Probably. After about an hour, Asuma announces, alright you three, let's head back. Should be time for lunch. Oh, before I forget, Ino, Sakura, great work, you are getting it. Ino smiles, walking gently over to the shore. Thanks, sensei. Speaking of lunch, I bet Choji is already stuffing his face. Ino shakes her head fondly. Sakura walks to the shore and waits for Naruto to come along. Sakura turns to Ino, they happily fist bump. Ino quickly drops her hand, though, giving Sakura a confused expression as the three follow Asuma back. Naruto behind the girls, lost in his thoughts. Hey Sakura, how come when Naruto insulted Sasuke-kun you didn't back me up? Sakura looks behind herself at Naruto. She then faces forward, smiling at Ino's question. I guess I don't know, it didn't bother me. I mean, Sasuke just needs more practice. You should have seen Naruto-kun show me the first time, it was so easy I didn't stumble once. It was fun. Sakura giggles happily. Both kunoichis in training, unaware Naruto heard their whole conversation. Getting back to the clearing, Asuma sees Shikamaru on his back cloud watching. Shikamaru, you gave up already? He asks his unresponsive student sadly. Kakashi smiles, he understood it, his first go. Told me it was a waste of time. Asuma chuckles shortly. Understandable, the kid's got brains, but hey, he's a Nara, enough said. Kakashi looks at his two students relaxing with Ino on the tree trunks. So what were those three up to? Asuma grins. Believe it or not, Naruto was teaching the girls Swayman Hoko no Gyo, water surface walking exercise. They both had trouble, but it didn't last. Sakura, honestly, Kakashi is a natural with chakra control. Naruto surprised me too, he already mastered it, yet teaching it was rusty, not the best teacher. Kakashi looks at the two, Sakura back with Ino sitting down talking with Naruto crossed-armed leaning relaxed on the tree next to them. Sakura, you're building yourself up, more than I thought you would. Naruto, your parents would be proud of you. Lady Kushina would have approved of Sakura. I think especially this new Sakura, the old her, no way in hell would she have approved. Kakashi thinks, I smiling as he does. Sasuke, panting from exhaustion, looks over glaring at Naruto. He had heard some of the two senseis' conversations. Those two can't be that strong. Sakura is too weak and Naruto won't surpass me. I'm elite in Uchiha, then there's Ino, damn it, her too, I can't fall behind. Sasuke thinks, enraged. During lunch, it's calmly quiet until Inari speaks up. Mom, those people are going to die. It doesn't matter how many of them come here. They will feel pain. Heroes don't exist. Tsunami scolds Inari, and he angrily shuts up. Naruto scoffs, leaving the table and heading outside. Sakura surprises everyone excluding Kakashi, and Asuma goes after him. Naruto, Inari looks up, sniffing, why did he leave? Sasuke stops eating without turning to the child, he answers. The idiot walked out, to stop himself from attacking you, brat. You say you know what true pain is, well news flash, brat, you have no idea what true pain is. Team 10 looks curious at that. Ino, sitting next to Sasuke, wonders what he means. Choji stops in mid-bite, wondering too. Shikamaru shrugs it off but read between the lines. Kakashi scolds him. Sasuke, that's enough. Inari just starts to tear up and runs upstairs. Tsunami apologizes and tells them about Kaiza and how important he was to Inari, and how with his death Inari had changed. Kakashi goes on to explain Naruto's hard life, and how it affected Naruto growing up, which is why he's changed so much recently. All of Team 10 are flabbergasted as Sasuke now sees he is not the only one with a sad, lonely life, even if he knows Naruto's an orphan. Meanwhile, outside, Sakura keeps shouting for Naruto to stop. He ignores her, and she in turn races after him. As Naruto goes back to the lake they were at later, he clenches his fists and growls. That little s*******. He doesn't know what real pain is, having a mother and grandfather who love you unconditionally. The nerve to say there's no such thing as a hero. Little s****** was asking for it. He thought angrily, just as Kyuubi was going to suggest causing Inari to feel real pain. He is again ignored by Naruto when Sakura comes up from behind unnoticed, and places a hand on his shoulder. She moves her hand up until it's gently rubbing his whiskered left cheek. Sky blue eyes stare into emerald green widely in shock. Inari doesn't know what he's talking about. Naruto, together we will bring peace to this place. Tazuna is close to finishing the bridge. We will defeat Gato somehow. I promise I won't be dead weight to you or the team. Sakura removes her hand and instead kisses his still warm cheeks, smiling brightly. Sakura-chan, just kissed me. But I am not right for her. Naruto thinks, conflicted as Sakura holds his hand in hers. As Naruto contemplates why Sakura is acting this sweet. She is doing the same. Still holding his hand gently with her own, wonders it's strange, but feels nice. I treated Naruto-kun like dirt in the academy. It's in the past, but it was still wrong. He yelled at me, but I can't blame him. Even if he down the line doesn't want me anymore, I will continue to show how sorry I am and how I want to see that smile. His goofy sweet smile again. Sakura's broken out her thoughts by Naruto squeezing her hand. Emerald eyes stare into sky blue ones questionably. He sighs, feeling his throat tighten, mesmerized by her eyes. She grins. This first mission sure has been crazy. We aren't done yet either. Sakura giggles. Naruto, still dumbfounded, just nods. Zabuza's not dead, so yeah, you're right. So getting close to Gato will be harder too. Sakura's face screams shock. What? But Kakashi-sensei checked his pulse. Naruto looks away from her eyes to focus his thoughts. So that's it. What did they tell us about hunter ninjas in the academy? Sakura explains automatically. They're to work on the body right there. To avoid problems they don't wait. Sakura gasps, cupping Naruto's face to look at her. But that means we were tricked. That boy took Zabuza away. Oh no! Naruto nods and removes Sakura's hand off his face. He looks at her. Sakura-chan, you should head back. I still need to train and clear my head. He turns away from her. She places her hand still warm from his contact on his wrist. But Naruto, it's late. We need rest. You can't stay out here. Naruto pulls his wrist out of her grasp. Tell the others. Kakashi-sensei and Asuma-sensei should already know what you just figured out. I will be fine, I'm going to train. Go, okay, and don't worry. Naruto walks off. Sakura stares down at her hand that held his wrist tightly. She smiles contently, heading back to Tazuna's house. When she gets back, she tells everyone that Naruto is training, so they all just nod that he's okay. And like Naruto said, Kakashi informs everyone about Zabuza still being alive. Sasuke is shocked, and Kakashi then tells them the reason why and about the hunter Nin, which again Sakura knows about. Asuma nods. So now what if he's not dead, then what? It's surprisingly Sakura who replies, if the saban were placed in the neck, and going by the anatomy, then it will take maybe a week to recover. Kakashi nods. Very good, Sakura. You're correct, so we have a week to prepare for him, and it also means we have to prepare for the hunter Nin, an unknown individual. Then we have to be wary of Gato. We don't know if he'll hire anyone else. For now, it's a waiting game. So I suggest we send a team to train for half the day while the other team guards Tazuna, then after lunch we switch. What do you think, Asuma? Asuma rubs his chin. I agree. So what can you tell me about Zabuza? What did he use against your team? Kakashi thinks for a minute. Well, he used Kirigakure no Jutsu, Hidden Mist Technique, Suiton, Suiro, Water Prison Technique, and Suiton, Suryudan no Jutsu, Water Release, Water Dragon Bullet Technique. That was the only jutsus he used. He's also a Kenjutsu user and a good one. Other than that, your guess is as good as mine. Asuma nods. Okay, so a Suiton user, understandable, being from Kirigakure. Do we know anything about this hunter Nin? Kakashi thinks for a minute. I can't say anything about the individual's techniques, or if the person is a male or female. The person sounded like a male, but with the mask it was unclear. We know he or she is young, but older than our genin, maybe a year or two older, but that's it. We're going into this particular blind in regards to the hunter Nin, and I don't like surprises. He then thinks for a minute before continuing. I can only assume that the hunter Nin was watching the battle, so we'll know what I can do. Naruto and Sasuke, other than tricking Zabuza with a shuriken attack, either Zabuza nor this hunter Nin has any idea what they can do. So like us, they are also in the wind in regards to my team. Add in you and your team, and we have the numbers advantage, and unless they bring more ninjas we have the upper hand. Asuma nods. Well, then we continue training for a day, all of the genin. Before we start, I'd suggest we get both the chakra control exercises done, but Sakura and Ino have learned both, as has Naruto, so I suggest one of us watches Naruto, Sakura, and Ino while the other guards the other genins. Then once the Kinobori no Shugyo, tree climbing exercise, is done, then we teach them the Swaymen Hoko no Gyo, water surface walking exercise, ASAP. Kakashi nods. I'll have Naruto, Sakura, and Ino spar while you Asuma train the others. Asuma also nods. I have no problems with that. I have a question to do with Naruto though. Sakura and Kakashi look at Asuma. Kakashi nods. What's the question then? Asuma grins. Naruto seems to have trained himself. I saw him practicing the Geik no Bori no Gyo, rock climbing technique. Also, do you know any other skills, maybe what affinity he uses? Kakashi grins. Well, I'm not sure. He's used a few futon techniques in the genin test. Naruto's not very talkative, but feel free to speak to him. Whether he'll talk is another thing. Asuma nods. Oh yes, I remember him mentioning that. Also said he has the affinity of Suiton, water. Also he told us that when we saw him a few days ago, but I'll try and talk to him. But it's getting late, we should all get some rest. Kakashi nods while thinking as they all head upstairs. He has two affinities. Why didn't he tell me or show any? Just what else are you hiding from me, Naruto? Ino and Sakura share a room. Sasuke has to share with Shikamaru, Choji, Kakashi and Asuma have their room. And Naruto's supposed to share with the other guys, but whether that happens is unknown. An hour later, Sakura and Ino are sitting on their futons on the floor. Ino grins, remembering the past among other things. So what's it like being on the same team as Sasuke-kun? I bet it's so cool, right? Sakura smiles. Well, I was hoping it would be nice, but Sasuke's worse than I could have possibly imagined. He treats me like crap, thinking I'm weak. He's insulting, and sometimes I don't think I can rely on him having my back. I also think he takes pleasure in making me sad. Ino nods, although she's in shock. So, what's happened to Naruto? I mean, in the academy he was a loudmouth idiot with hardly any skills and couldn't do the Bunshin no Jutsu to save his life, and now he's like a different person. Not only does he dress way better, which I must admit suits him, but what's the deal with him? When we saw him doing that rock climbing thing, he wasn't very talkative. Same when we were waiting to find out our teams, he just sat at the back wearing his hood. Sakura bites her lip, still trying to figure that out herself. I'm not sure. Something happened from the day of our genin test to our team placements. Something that badly affected him emotionally. He's quieter, he's stronger, faster, and skilled, but he's quite cold on occasions. I don't know what happened, but I'm glad he's my teammate and not my enemy. I know he's got my back. They both stay quiet. Ino's trying to understand all this more than once. She nearly opens her mouth but decides against it, then decides to come back to that and ask about her running after Naruto. What's up with you and Naruto? I mean, you ran after Naruto after him when he left after that little brat opened his mouth. And why would Sasuke-kun say Naruto would have attacked him? Sakura sighs. The old Naruto. I'd say he wouldn't have. But this new Naruto, anything is possible. He's already killed 2 people protecting me. He got badly hurt keeping me safe. Also, you heard about his harsh life. I could understand his lashing out at Inari. I was kind of surprised he kept his cool and just left. Don't tell anyone else, but I heard he threatened to rip off someone's face and wear it as a mask. Now I don't know why he'd say that, but he must have been threatened. I doubt he'd say that otherwise. Ino looks at her in shock twice. What do you mean? I heard he saved you on this mission, but he only killed 1 person. Sakura groans. Really, Ino, did you forget when you and your team met us when Naruto was doing that cliff climbing exercise? I told you about Naruto being attacked, remember? I'm unable to tell you the full details, but I will say Naruto saved me and killed someone while he protected me, but got quite hurt in the process of protecting me. She then thinks about her running after Naruto. As for why I ran after him, well, in a way I don't know. In a way I feel safe when I'm around Naruto. He's dark and mysterious, and has a sort of bad boy vibe, but he always keeps me safe. Ino grins. It sounds like you are saying you're starting to fall for Naruto. When Sakura just blushes, Ino's mouth almost hits the floor. Wait, are you saying you might be? I mean, with the change of look, he's got a certain vibe, like you said, a bad boy vibe. And he has a certain hotness to him now. But come on, you like Sasuke-kun, right? Sakura smiles but says nothing for a minute, still thinking of the kiss, even if it was only on the cheek. Then there are her growing feelings for him. I know in a way I should be scared of this new Naruto. He seems angry sometimes. He's not a person who talks all the time. Well, not anymore. I can't understand it, but in a way, I know he will protect me. Ino grins. Man, you've got it hard for Naruto, don't you? So what happened after you ran after him? Come on, you can tell me. Sakura raises an eyebrow. Tell you the gossip queen of Konoha? I don't think so. Ino smirks a very evil look that Sakura knows. Well, don't jump to conclusions, Ino. Ino just shrugs. Did I say anything? You were the one who said don't jump to conclusions, not me. Sakura just sighs and lies down. Good night, Ino. Ino chuckles. You know, it's been years since we've had a sleepover. Sakura laughs. Yeah, it has. Ino grins. So do you think Naruto will come back tonight? Or stay out all night? It must get cold during the night. Sakura just shrugs and yawns. No idea. But he can take care of himself. He should be more worried about anyone stupid enough to attack him. Ino just nods and yawns herself, and within moments she's asleep. Sakura tries to sleep for over 2 hours. She just lies there. She hasn't heard the door open, so Naruto hasn't come back, which means he's still outside. She quickly put her clothes back on and slips out of the room. She tiptoes downstairs and unlocks the door before slipping out. She knows this is stupid. She has no idea where Naruto is. Or even there's no guarantee he'll be where she left him over 3 hours ago. She pulls out a kunai and cautiously walks forward, listening to everything she can hear. Animals out at night. This wasn't the best idea she could come up with. She's not thinking straight right now. She sighs before she keeps walking. After a short while she reaches the lake. She sees him just standing there doing nothing. Naruto's just standing there thinking when he senses someone behind him. He knew it was someone but wasn't sure who, but now the person is closer. He knows it's Sakura. So he turns around and sees Sakura. She's shivering. He just sighs at what she's done coming out in the cold. What are you doing out here? Kind of stupid to come out. You're shivering. She nods. I was looking for you. What are you still doing out here? It's 2 a.m. Do you even sleep? Is this what you do every night in Konoha? Although I doubt you would with those people after you. He sighs. I don't understand you, Sakura. In the academy, you wouldn't give me the time of day, and now you are spending time with me. You kiss me out of the blue. Now you leave the house in the early hours of the morning to come to look for me when you have no idea what is out here. Gato's men could be out here. We have no idea what his men do. Kidnapping, rape, murder, who knows what else, and you sneak around by yourself. Kind of stupid if you asked me. Who knows what could have happened? She gulps, realizing what he said. I was careful. But it's not easy to see in pitch black. But how would you know Gato's men could be out here? Have you seen some of them? Wait, did you kill them? He looks at her to answer your questions. Firstly, it's dark, so you should have stayed inside. I can take care of myself. And yes, I saw some of them earlier. I went into the town. They were drunk. They were talking about Tazuna, saying Gato's annoyed with Zabuza for not killing Tazuna. I did get some clarification that Zabuza's alive, but I already knew that. As for your last question, no, I didn't kill them. Although maybe I should have, but they know about us, so they could try something, but I'm not sure if they know about Team 10 though. She looks worried. Well, what do you think will happen now they know about us? This is bad. If they know about us, then don't you think Gato will hire more ninjas, especially as Zabuza is currently out of action? If they know about us, either someone saw us at Tazuna's house, or someone saw us training, or lastly someone's helping out Gato and giving him information. Who's to know that he doesn't already know about Team 10 arriving as a backup? Just then they hear a cough. Naruto scoffs. Took you too long enough to make your appearance, waiting to see if we'd do something perverted. Kakashi-sensei. Asuma-sensei. Asuma stays quiet but does snigger, but Kakashi chuckles. Not at all, Naruto. We saw Sakura sneak out of the house, so we decided to follow her, and we end up here. So doing some late-night detective work. Naruto, who knew a ninja and a detective, an interesting choice. Naruto shrugs. I wasn't tired, so I like to go for walks. Good thing I did. And you heard what I said, so we know Zabuza is alive but out of action, and Gato's not happy about it. Asuma grins. Well, nice work, Naruto. What Sakura said is also possible. But if the village is in fear of this Gato, then it's possible a villager could be doing this against his will. Say for instance his family is under threat. We just don't know anything and are just making assumptions. Kakashi nods. Well, let's head back to Tazuna's later on. We can think on all this more. Let's get some sleep. Both of you did well today. Well, Sakura did. But Naruto, you did well with this new information. Asuma nods. We have discussed what's going to happen for the next few days, so let's head back, shall we? They all nod and head back to Tazuna's. Sakura heads back to her room. Naruto just decides to lie down on the couch. Kakashi and Asuma head upstairs, but Asuma comes back and puts a blanket over Naruto before heading back upstairs. Naruto awakens before everyone else. He can hear people moving, but he just ignores it, and quickly leaves the house. The first thing he does is create some clones. About 20 appear. Naruto looks at them all, wondering what he should do first. After a few minutes of thought, he looks up. Okay, listen up, there are 20 of you here, so I want to have a little test. 10 on 10 spars. This isn't just taijutsu, use whatever you want. First have 10 of you put your hatais on the left arm, the other 10 on your right. Once the clones do this, Naruto continues, do whatever it takes to win. I know it only takes one good hit to dispel you. Well, normally, but I've reinforced you so the fight will take longer. Each of you can take about 10 hits, unless they're fatal hits, then it will be 5. Naruto watches them as they fight until he senses someone approaching him. He looks to the side to see Asuma lighting a cigarette. He looks at the clones, then Naruto, an interesting test. But why exactly? Naruto doesn't look at Asuma, just his clones. I want to see how I fight, I want to see if I have any holes. Also, I've had my clones looking into more than one taijutsu style. So far, I know 6 styles: Muay Thai, Krav Maga, Wing Chun, Jiu-Jitsu, Aikido, and of course Kung Fu. Although I have read about them, I haven't had much time to practice with them, but as you can see, my clones are all using different styles. Asuma listens in shock and surprise. Way to go, overboard kid. Still, nobody would be able to guess what he's planning if he uses different styles in combat. Not gonna lie, kid, you don't do things the easy way. Does anyone know about you learning all these styles? Some are difficult. Naruto just shakes his head. Nobody knows but you and me. Asuma chuckles. You're one crazy kid, you know that. But enough about that. Kakashi tells me your affinity, or one of them, is futon, wind. How far have you come in learning the exercises? Naruto looks at Asuma. For the first time, I have no learned any exercises. I remember in the academy we did the leaf balancing, but that's it. As you also know, I have learned the tree, water walking, and rock climbing exercises. What are these wind exercises? Asuma chuckles. You've been using wind jutsu without learning the chakra control exercises. You're insane, kid. Still, if you've already learned some wind jutsu, then the exercises may be easy. The first is to split a leaf in half using only your wind chakra. But let's make it a little harder. Hold on 1 second. Asuma walks over to a tree and picks up 2 rocks and brings them over. Naruto watches him closely. Now I want you to do what I said about the leaf, but use the rock instead. I will show you what I mean. Asuma pours chakra into the rock and it's quickly cut in half. Naruto watches. He doesn't say anything but is thinking about what he saw. Asuma smirks. As I said, it is normally a leaf, but as advanced as you are, I think you can do it with this rock. He passes it to Naruto. Give it a try. Naruto looks at the rock. He's about to start when he hears a cough and looks behind himself and Asuma and sees Kakashi. Kakashi gives him an eye smile. Before you start, that it's best to have breakfast. After you've eaten you can try. Although I am curious, Asuma, why are you teaching my student? Asuma scoffs. It's quite obvious. Don't you think you are not a wind user, whereas I am? I am best suited to assist Naruto. Your time would be best suited for Sakura and Sasuke. And my team, I am the only one who can assist Naruto. You know that. Your talents lay in water and lighting attacks. Myself and Naruto are wind. I am only assisting him. I would have thought you would have asked me, but you didn't. Naruto rolls his eyes and just walks past them and places the rock near the door before stepping inside. Asuma watches him go before once again looking at Kakashi. You know I'm right, Kakashi. He's more advanced than Sasuke. Sakura, damn, he's more advanced than my team. In such a short time he's changed. Plus I know about what happened with Danzo. At the mention of Danzo's name, Kakashi clenches his fists. He once again attempted to get to Naruto and met Naruto in person. Asuma looks shocked. The guy's got balls. I'll give him that. What happened? Kakashi explains it to Asuma, who takes it all, and this isn't good. The kid's gonna be looking over his shoulder all the time. My old man needs to do something. Does he know? Wait, I was there when Pakin arrived. Unless you informed him beforehand, he doesn't know. Damn it, Kakashi. What were you thinking? You should have informed my old man. You know that, right? Kakashi looks down. I know, Asuma. I was hoping that being away from Konoha would be good. I want to protect Naruto from Danzo, as does Yugao. We are both students of his parents. Asuma uses his thumb and finger on the bridge of his nose. We can't worry about Danzo right now. We have Zabuza, this masked assailant, Gato, his hired goons, and whoever else he hires to worry about. Let's go and eat, and talk about this more later. Kakashi just nods his head and follows Asuma inside. Several hours later, and Teams 7 and 10 are outside. Kakashi is yet again watching his team and Asuma's team. Asuma made a shadow clone himself, and the clone took Sakura and Ino to the river they were at yesterday, and watches them continue to learn the water walking exercise, while the original Asuma is with Naruto, who's trying to cut through the rock. Asuma did test out the leaf and was surprised that it didn't take long for him to cut it fully, which was quite surprising. Several hours later, Tazuna's leaving his house, so they stop the training and Asuma takes his team with Tazuna while Kakashi continues to train his team while one of them. While Kakashi watches Sasuke continue to learn the tree climbing, Sakura, who is watching, looks over at Naruto, who's sitting on the ground holding a rock. She wonders what he's doing, so goes over to him. Naruto's got a few nicks on the rock but nothing major. He notices a sound and looks up as Sakura sits close to him. Naruto looks away from Sakura and continues the exercise. Sakura watches confused. She notices he's concentrating, but on what exactly it's to do with the rock. She does see some nicks on the rock. What's he doing exactly? She then sees another nick on the rock and looks at Naruto. Did Naruto do that? Naruto, what are you doing exactly? Naruto doesn't look at her before he replies, concentrating. Now be quiet. Sakura bites her lip. Concentrating on what though? Naruto sighs. What part of being quiet don't you understand? Before Sakura can say anything, someone else speaks. Naruto, you shouldn't be so mean to your teammate. Naruto scoffs. And yet you never tell the Uchiha off for badmouthing her pot meat kettle, I think the saying goes. Sakura giggled at that. Kakashi has to admit he got him there, touché. As to what Naruto is doing, Sakura, it's a wind affinity chakra exercise. Although I was led to believe you used a leaf, not a rock. Naruto rolls his eyes. I already did the leaf. This is harder to do because I already learned some wind jutsu. It made it easier. Sakura looks confused. I don't understand. What was he supposed to do with a leaf? Naruto sighs. Used my wind chakra to cut it in half. Sakura looks surprised. Wow. So the nicks on the rock, are you trying to do the same with that? Naruto looks at her like she's an idiot. I would have assumed you would have figured that out already, Sakura. Sakura blushes in embarrassment. Kakashi then remembers something Asuma mentioned yesterday. Say, Naruto, why didn't you tell me you have two affinities and the other was water? I could have helped you. I have that affinity, you know. Naruto continues to try and cut through the rock but sighs at all the interruptions. You never asked. And isn't it best as a ninja to not let everyone know your skills? Kakashi nods. Yes, usually, but I'm your sensei. That rule doesn't apply. Naruto sighs. I haven't learned many water jutsus. Only water wall. This is my primary affinity, so I will focus on that. Kakashi sighs. Very well, when you are ready I will teach you the exercises. Naruto doesn't even reply, so Kakashi just walks away, but Sakura remains. So you can use wind and water jutsus, that's so cool. But wait, when did you find the time to learn them? Naruto just shakes his head and places down the rock. It's not as if he can concentrate with all the interruptions. My clones learn, I get the knowledge. Anything else, or can I get back to this? Sakura wraps her arms around her legs. You and Sasuke-kun are so far ahead of me. Naruto rolls his eyes. And whose fault is it that you don't train? If you do, it's the bare minimum. You think Sasuke-kun will save you? Keep dreaming, Sakura. You need to realize he won't risk his life to save you. Sakura's eyes open wide. He'd let me die, but we're teammates. Naruto scoffs to him. You are just holding him back. He's realized I'm not weak anymore, but you haven't changed. He has his goals. You don't figure into his plans, and saving you would go against his goals. Train and get stronger. Quit your pathetic dieting because it's making you weak. Sakura just sits there deep in thought. After a few minutes of her not saying anything, Naruto picks up the rock and continues. Meanwhile, with Team 10, they're watching Tazuna and his workers. They've seen a few workers stop working and head over to Tazuna and talk to him, although it seems to Asuma it's more like arguing before they just leave. Asuma sighs. The threat of Gato has them scared. Can't blame them. Asuma then looks at his team. Shikamaru is smart but lazy. Choji could be a powerhouse but he's too soft, and Ino is too loud and barely trains. Ino, tell me, why don't you train more? Ino looks at her. Sensei, I do train. Besides, Sasuke-kun's here. If I get into some trouble he'll rescue me. All three of the males roll their eyes. Asuma groans. Damn fangirls. Ino, you need to train more. This is to prevent you from being captured. Not only considering the thugs that Gato has hired, but at other times. Getting captured for a kunoichi is worse than a ninja. A kunoichi getting captured, there would be a strong possibility of them being raped. Do you want that to happen to you? Because if you don't train, then it could, and then what? Ino shrugs. Like I said, if anything ever happens here, then Sasuke would rescue me. Asuma sighs. Do you honestly believe he would save you? I think he'd say that it would be your teammate's job to rescue, not him. Ino says nothing, but Shikamaru does. I doubt he'd lift a finger to save anyone. The way he looks down on everyone were beneath him in his mind. The Uchihas are a lot like the Hyuga with their arrogance, and the way they look down on everyone. Asuma thinks that's kind of a harsh thing to say, but nobody is surprised when Ino lashes out. Shut up, Shikamaru. Sasuke-kun would save me. You're just jealous. You'll see. Unlike you lazy bastard, Sasuke-kun would save me. You're too lazy to do anything. You know nothing. Sasuke-kun loves me. The rest of the team says nothing, just continues guarding Tazuna and watching more workers leaving. The next day, Kakashi's team followed Tazuna and, like the day before, witnessed more workers leaving. Naruto has almost got it down. He showed Asuma last night, and he was impressed but told him to keep at it, and once he was done he'd show him another exercise, a much harder one. So Naruto continues to do the exercise. Sasuke watched for a few seconds before looking away, not knowing what Naruto was doing. Kakashi was watching and, like Asuma, was amazed at the progress Naruto's making. He watches his other students, mainly Sasuke, who's nearly finished the tree climbing exercise, but is still angry that only he and Choji are yet to finish the exercise, whereas Naruto, Shikamaru, Ino and Sakura, the last two, infuriated him that those two weaklings are ahead of him, and elite. It was a joke, and soon he'd wipe those smirks off their faces. Sakura's been quiet all morning thinking about what Naruto said. She even talked to Ino about it. Ino in her mind knew that Sasuke-kun would save them. Sakura though wasn't convinced, and with Naruto busy and Kakashi reading his book she decided to test the water and ask Sasuke about it. Sakura walks over to Sasuke who's leaning against the tree. Hey, Sasuke-kun, can I ask you something? Sasuke who's staring off into space looks at her. What do you want, Sakura? Sakura smiles at Sasuke. Sasuke-kun, would you rescue me if I was in trouble, like I got captured or something like that? Sasuke looks at her and scoffs. You already have the dobe to save you, so there is no need for me to waste my time or do anything to save you. Although he's subtly hinting to both of them that he would essentially leave them to their fates if they were captured. Both Kakashi and Naruto heard what he said and knew that he wouldn't lift a finger to save either one of them. Not that Naruto would want Sasuke to save him. For Kakashi, he inwardly frowns knowing that Sasuke wouldn't lift a finger to save his teammates. Pretty much ignoring what Kakashi told them about abandoning their friends makes them worse than trash. Are you that cruel, Sasuke? What I told you about not abandoning your friends, did that mean nothing to you? Later on, they returned to Suma and Kakashi discussed the situation with all the workers leaving. They had to figure something out, but what? They also needed to know what Gato was up to. While they were talking, Sakura was trying to come to terms with what Sasuke said. She's not dumb, she's a smart girl. She was the top kunoichi of her class. She knew what Sasuke meant was that if she got captured then it's her own fault, and he wasn't going to save her exactly like Naruto said he would. The next day Asuma checked on Naruto's progress. It was almost done, and after lunch, which was quite tense because of that brat Inari, Naruto showed Asuma that he completed the job. Sakura saw it also and was glad, along with Kakashi, Shikamaru, Choji, and Ino weren't sure what he was doing, but for their sensei to be helping Naruto personally it must be important, plus Naruto was their friend, so they were happy he passed whatever Asuma had assigned him to do. Ino wasn't friends with Naruto, but she did keep glancing at Sakura. She's been quiet since yesterday afternoon, but seems to be okay now and was happy for Naruto. Maybe she was right and Sakura has or is falling for her other teammate. Only Sasuke ignored the whole thing. He didn't care. He'd finally completed that damn tree climbing exercise along with Choji, and was anxious to get on with the next exercise, water walking. Asuma noticed that his team was unsure what Naruto did. He explained it to them, of course. Sakura and Kakashi already knew, but the rookies of Team 10 were shocked that Naruto was so far ahead of them. It was quite a shock, for the so-called dead last is way ahead of them. The only one who wasn't happy was Sasuke, who was pissed the dead last was ahead of him. It was incomprehensible that this was the case. How could he get so strong, and so quickly, whereas he was falling behind? To get things moving he decided to end the talking. Forget about him, I need the next exercise. What is it? Tell me. An elite like myself can't fall behind weaklings such as them. Asuma looked disgusted at the attitude of the Uchiha, not being a fan of the clan. To begin with, he's certainly not going to stroke his ego. He's also glad he's not on his team. Kakashi sighs. Well, come on then everyone, let's show Sasuke-kun and Choji-kun the next exercise. Everyone followed Kakashi, but Naruto and Asuma were behind the rest, discussing the next exercise. For Naruto it also meant working with the water but doing something different, meaning they would have to do this away from the others. Kakashi started explaining the water walking exercise to Shikamaru, Choji, and Sasuke. To add insult to injury for Sasuke, Kakashi had Sakura show them. Naruto and Asuma were there and saw the angry look, and although they shouldn't, they found it amusing that Sasuke was so angry. After that they shook their heads and headed off with the others, wondering what they were up to. Kakashi watched, wondering just what it was. Naruto is getting stronger at a fast pace. It's both good and possibly bad. He could go overboard. He just hoped. Asuma watched him closely. After a few minutes walk, Asuma stopped, and Naruto stopped also, and Asuma explained what he had planned for Naruto. So Naruto, the next exercise is difficult. What I plan to teach you is how to keep the water back with a sphere of wind swirling around his body while you're submerged in the water. You can swim, right? Naruto nods. I can swim. This seems interesting, if not quite dangerous. It will be hard to hold my breath for that long. Asuma nods his head. Oh, it certainly will. That's why I will be timing you. What is the longest you can hold your breath underwater? Naruto starts to think. He's never timed himself, really. He doesn't know if the QB would assist him on this. He knows it's a few minutes, at least 5 maybe. I'm not sure, as I've never timed myself. I'd say maybe 5 minutes, no more than that. Asuma rubs his chin. Okay, then 5 minutes it is. Now let's get in the water, and I'll show you how it's done. Asuma showed Naruto what to do. For Naruto, watching it would certainly come in handy, especially if he had to hold his breath underwater. This would be a tough test, but nothing that Naruto couldn't master eventually. Asuma timed Naruto minutes. Each time after 5 minutes they'd stop, come up for air, and have a breather for a few minutes before starting over again. Several hours later, Naruto had upped his time to 10 minutes. He was making progress on the exercise but was finding it hard. It was getting later, but Naruto wanted to continue, but Asuma put a stop to that, with even Kakashi, who had come to see what was going on, deciding to stop his training. He was surprised at what Naruto was doing but also knew this would come in handy. After they all headed back to Tazuna's house, they all sat down to eat. The worst part of the mission wasn't the actual mission itself, but putting up with the whining brat who wouldn't shut up. Everyone was getting fed up with him, and everyone, even Sasuke, kept wondering who would snap first. Most believed it would be Naruto, especially after what happened the night Team 10 arrived. For the next 2 days, Naruto made progress on the exercise. Sakura and even Ino had come to watch. Again, they weren't exactly sure what Naruto was doing. Asuma mentioned it was another chakra exercise, but that was about it. Both Sakura and Ino though were trying to understand just how far Naruto had come, although Ino still believed that her Sasuke-kun was still ahead of Naruto. It had been 5 days since the encounter with Zabuza and both sensei, and their students were wondering what would happen. It wouldn't be long before Zabuza was back. They just trained in preparation for the confrontation. Naruto was still yet to get the exercise down. He could get the wind sphere to materialize, but keeping it steady was hard. It wouldn't last, and Naruto was getting angry. This wasn't good though, because he was in a bad mood with himself when it came down to sitting down to dinner, and again Inari being a little bitch. Naruto finally snapped. He didn't hit Inari, although he probably wanted to know. He just made Inari soil himself. He laid into Inari, telling him how fortunate he was to have a family, people who love him, but no, he wasn't happy with that. He was a whining little bitch who believed he knew what real pain was, but he knew nothing and never would, so he should keep his opinions to himself. Naruto then stood up and walked towards the door, opening it before slamming it on the way out, leaving everyone in shock. They expected it to happen. Tsunami wanted to say Naruto went too far, but when Kakashi explained just how bad Naruto's life was, all the anger went from her anger at Naruto to anger at Konoha. Even Tazuna was angry. Inari had run upstairs as soon as Naruto left, so never heard about what was said. All the rookies were in shock. Even Sasuke realized that he and Naruto were more alike than he thought. What if Naruto becomes cold and distant? Chunin exams. And thanks for watching my video till the end. If you enjoy this content, then do consider subscribing to my channel, and leave a like if you guys need the next part. Comment down, and thanks for watching the video, and see you guys in the next video.